YouTube days, Angel Warriors, how are you? I hope that everything is going well for you. I hope that you're well. I'm going to be trying some new stuff today. So I'm going to be putting this on my face before we try the new stuff. And I got to go get some socks on because I'm cold. I forgot to put socks on my feet this morning. No, I showed you guys all this yesterday, so, or maybe the day before, I can't remember. And this is really good for your face. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Socks. Socks. How to get my coffee. Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Double tap the screen, please. So today we are going to be trying a new it's not really a foundation. It's a foundation, but it's not a foundation. It is called the CC Cream Color Correcting Perfect Skin Rich in Cantella Azotica. It can moisturize the skin and enhance beauty. Even skin tone, makeup, and skincare. Has SPF 25 boost and radiance, hydrate, refine skin texture, and prevent sun damage. Okay, so for us older ladies that don't like to cram pack our faces with foundation, I thought I would give this a try so that I can tell you all what I think of it, because I seen a couple of people wearing it and they had a very big hype about it. And it goes on white, and then it's supposed to match your skin. And this is for women that do not want to cake their face with makeup. They don't have time to do that. Good morning, Thomas. How are you, honey? They don't have time to cake themselves, their faces with makeup. They just want a good, nice moisturizer, like a foundation, concealer type thing, just to make them look nice, make their skin look radiant, and just cover some of the imperfections, but they just don't want to put a lot of makeup on. So that's what this is today that we're going to be trying. This is not sponsored. This is something that I found, and I decided that as a product reviewer, I wanted to try it and see, because there's days that hey Jared, there's days that I don't want to wear makeup, but I want a little bit of enhancement, even though my skin is looking amazing since I've been microneedling. As you can see, my skin is pretty much all one complexion. So it went from being really ugly to actually having a beautiful complexion. I hope that everybody is ready for the Super Bowl today, because there is a surprise. If you are not watching the Super Bowl, I ask you to watch the Super Bowl today. I also want to talk a little bit to you about the income tax and how things are going to be changing within the next few months, okay? Do you remember, and you may not know this, but in the 1800s, when they started the IRS taxes, they made it unconstitutionalized, because what had actually begun was all the tariffs that they were giving to other countries made so much money for America that they didn't need to tax Americans. But then I believe that it was Hoover, quote me if I'm wrong, that decided to sell America to who? The Federal Reserve. All right. Once that happened, they started taxing the American citizens. Have you ever seen a country that has taxed the American citizens into poverty? You have now. I also want to let you know that DOGE, DODGE, which is what Elon Musk has got in place, which is what Trump has put in place, they have already saved $73 trillion worth of, now get this, millions of dollars for clowns to make balloons into animals. Okay? I think $1 million to find out why ice cream cones leak. Some kind of something like $800,000 for Mexican ducks. I mean, there's just so many that honestly, you would think it was a joke that us taxpayers have been paying. But so far, if you go to the debt calculator, it shows that just so far, DOGE, just with the USAID, auditing them, so far has saved us $73 trillion. Okay? It's on the debt calculator. You can see it yourself with DOGE, all right? That's just by going through that with this frivolous stuff that we know has been going into somebody else's pockets, not who they're supposed to be. So, today on the Super Bowl, there has been a purchase of $40 million for 5 commercials by DOGE. Because today, DOGE is going to show you where all your hard-earned tax dollars have been going. Frivolously. Okay? We paid $2 million to protect Purdue border when we couldn't even protect our own. We also had something that was called auto pay, which is if somebody went to send us something of a bill or something, it automatically paid it. We didn't know who it was being paid to or anything. It just was on auto pay. It ended up finding out that we were paying the people that hate us millions of dollars for soccer. I kid you not. The people that hate us, okay? So anyways, watch the Super Bowl today because the Super Bowl is going to enlighten all of you. Now, how is Trump going to get rid of the IRS? Okay? I broke it down a while ago to you. The tariffs on other countries, which they owe us $8 trillion, some of them, are going to pay for what America needs. We don't need to be taxed to, what's the word for it? Into poverty, okay? We've been taxed into poverty. I'm just going to say it. It's pretty sad when we are supposed to be the greatest country in the world with the most amazing American people with amazing jobs and everything else, and we are the ones getting taxed until poverty. Okay? Thank you, Coffee. Sending love back to you, honey. Now, so the tariffs are going to pay that, okay? We are abolishing, this is all going to happen by July the 4th. He is abolishing the IRS. Now, they tried to go into the Treasury, the Medicaid, the Medicare, and the Social Security, and they that DOGE did, and they were stopped, and one of the judges put an order of stay and would not let DOGE in to see the corruption there. So what's going to happen is by Thursday, they're going to make the decision. But see, DOGE can overpower all of that because that is now a new federal agency that is to overlook every agency there is. And instead of the U.S. Treasury showing DOGE, a lot of them are actually resigning. They're resigning. They're resigning. Also, I want you to know that we were paying I think it was $10 billion for empty federal buildings. Let me repeat myself. $10 billion for empty federal buildings. On some of the stuff that we were paying on, that one of the guys from TikTok came out and was that they've made us tax dollars made our tax dollars pay for. I mean, there's things they made our tax dollars pay for. You know, it's okay, Rain. You can go back and watch it if it's okay with you. In a minute, after I put this on, after we try this, I'm going to take you over to my computer and I'm going to let you hear for yourself what they have found and what our tax dollars were paying for. And I'm talking, honey, when I tell you that some of this stuff is going to absolutely blow your mind and you're going to think it's satire, it's not satire. And it really actually was being paid for yearly. We didn't even know what it was. We didn't even know what it was. We knew nothing about this, okay? I am very educated in political. I'm very educated in finances. People might think, oh, Betty just has a pretty face. No, I'm a smart woman, and I do my research. That's what I used to be, was a investigative reporter. But they paid $360,000 to shut conservatives down, okay? Now, this is supposed to go on like this, and then it's supposed to turn into your color. So let's see how it works. And like I said, ladies, this is for you if you just want a nice skincare and you want to be protected from the sun. It's great for concealing. It's great for foundation. And it's great just to give you a beautiful glow. Look at that. Look at that. It immediately just, it just went to my skin color. I don't know, it just went away. Like little imperfections just like went away. And it just went straight to my skin color. See, I've never tried this before, so I thought I will try this because this is something that I've been hearing a lot about. And a lot of women don't want to cake their face with a lot of, foundation. And I don't blame them. Like, who wants to sit there and cake their face every day? We just want to take away some imperfections that we don't like. That's all we want to do. We just want to make our faces glowing, pretty, and just take away some imperfections that we don't like. Okay? So, now I have a little scar right here on my nose where my granddaughter scratched me when she was a little baby. Her nail was too long, and it's not covering that. So it does not cover up a scar. So it is very light. It is very natural. To me, what I would say about this, you want to see what I would say about this? I would say this is good for if you're going to go out and you don't want to put any makeup on your face, but you want a good sunscreen. This would be good. Other than that, it's not really going to cover like a foundation would. But if you are really a person that doesn't wear a lot of makeup, you don't want to wear a lot of makeup, this was $7. You buy the color light, and if you're darker, you buy the color dark. It shows up your skin tone. Matter of fact, it looks like I didn't put nothing on. I look like I did before I even put that on my face. So if you like, if you're looking for a tinted skin moisturizer, I would say this would be it. Other than that, I don't like it. All right. Now, back to what I was talking about. All right, and it's got so many ingredients in it. Lord have mercy. All right, I don't know if people want to put that much ingredients on your face, but honestly, not I. And it doesn't even cover. I don't know. Yeah, this is a no-go for me. But if you just want some kind of even skin tone, say that you have rosacea or something like that, and you don't want to put on liquid makeup or something, this would probably be the perfect thing for you. Thank you for double tapping the screen, and thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Now, listen to this. In a few moments, after I have my cigarette here and a little bit of my coffee, we're going to go over to my desk, and we're going to listen to all the things that DOGE has cut so far, and how frivolous of the things that was actually just being, I want to say, rerouted into someone's pocket, and this stuff was made up in order to do that. No, we don't. No, we don't. Now, America is going to see a lot of changes for the better. Okay? It is going to see a lot of good changes. It's going to, you guys are going to be so surprised, and you're going to want to be an American citizen again. You're not going to feel like you're getting robbed. Another thing that's going to be changing is Social Security. So what they did with Social Security is they were giving people like half, and that meant it was very hard for them, to be able to buy food, to be able to pay for, their housing and everything else. They also, at the time when this was placed, they tried to make the age be 70 years old. Can you imagine working until you're 70? Did you know half of America don't make it past? And this is no joke. This is no joke. But they don't make it past like 60 anymore because of all the foods and stuff that are not good. The crazy shots, the craziness. They don't even make it. So making somebody work till they're 70? Anyways, so they wasn't able to pass that. They tried to amend it in, and they wasn't able to pass that. And hello, Bone. All these people that are being dumb, you're just getting hid. I don't have time for you. I'm talking real American stuff, and you're talking frivolous stuff, and I ain't got time for you, okay? I am trying to help you as an American citizen to let you know where your tax dollars have been going and what's been happening to you, okay? And how things are going to change. And if you make $50,000, if you make $34,000 right now, you're middle class. But wouldn't you like to be able to make it off of $34,000? Wouldn't you like to be able to live? Or do you want to continue to be taxed, out the door? Exactly, Mermaid. Mermaid knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's crazy. Poverty. And have you ever seen a country being taxed into poverty? This is supposed to be the greatest country in the world. People are all over the world are supposed to come here. But anyways, another thing that Trump did, since he declared a national emergency, he now can give them 15% interest and let them build over here in America and don't have to go through all the red tape and everything else. They can come back into America and they can build at 15% interest instead of right now it's at 30%. And that is the best that he can do. Okay? Once the IRS stuff gets cut down, then we won't have taxes on food. Our food's going to go down quickly. We are losing every day. People can't even afford their rent because it's up to $2,000 a month. Sometimes $3,000 a month. John, it's coming big. I mean, it's a big wave. But we've only got the tip of corruption. Anyways, just give me a moment. I'll take you over to my desk. We will go over it. I will point the camera at the man talking. You can go look it up yourself. And today, at the Super Bowl, the commercials are going to show all of the corruption and money that has been stolen from us American paying citizens. It's time, that we go in and it's almost like somebody gave somebody a checkbook, because this is another thing that you guys didn't know. We had a thing on auto pay, and even if the terrorist wrote in and said they needed money for something, guess what? We automatically sent them money. It was on automatic pay. One's for soccer. One's for Purdue, I think, and to support their borders when we can't even get our own borders fixed. But they're hoping by July 4th, they will have everything cleaned up to where the IRS will be abolished. And that's why he stopped the 88,000 new employees for the IRS. That's why he stopped it. That's why he put a hold on the DAIDE, because he needed to see what corruption was going on. If I were the devil, that is a very good one to listen to, because that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. If I were the devil. Paul Harvey was way before his time. And when I was young, I used to listen to him. I was only 10 years old, listening to all his broadcasts every day, because he was so smart. He knew what he was talking about. And I was only 10 years old. No, John's talking about something else. George, have you ever heard of Paul Harvey? No, I'm not still young, baby. I'm getting ready to be 50. I'm not young. I'm older. I'm an older woman, and I'm proud of my age. But when I was like 10, we would only get AM for the radio in the truck, and I would listen to him every day at 1 p.m. Thank you. I'm trying. Yes, there's a reason for that, Datha. That's what I'm talking about right now, but these people will not listen to me. All right, anyway, let's go right now and find out what corruption has been found so far. But today, you guys are going to really see it whenever it comes to the commercials. You're going to really, really, really see it. All right, so let's get a moving here, because I want you to hear this with your own ears, okay? Because I can't remember everything. I have a brain injury, so therefore I cannot remember everything. But I'm going to take you to somebody that can, okay? I'm going to take you to somebody that can help you out here, okay? And none of this is satire. This is all real stuff that's happened to us American citizens, all right? So just know this ain't no playing around. All right, so we start out with, I think it's this one right here. All right, I'm getting ready to turn it around. I'm going to play it. I have 3 grown children.
All right, good evening, citizens. I am here to proudly announce the first 10 programs to be eliminated by the newly formed Department of Governmental Efficiency, or DOGE. And let me tell you, the savings, they're astronomical. So let's start with program number 1, which is the National Squirrel Census. Every year we spend $2.3 million counting squirrels, so effective immediately, squirrels, they're going to need to start counting themselves. Now, program number 2, that's the Federal Committee on Sandwich Standards. We spend a whopping $5 million annually just to define what legally qualifies as a sandwich. So taxpayers, we're going to save
$5 million on sandwiches a year just to see what qualifies for a sandwich. $2 million a year to watch squirrels. Just listen, this is money laundering at the highest point. Thank you for double tapping the screen. Thank you for subscribing. It's free for your girl.
to save that $5 million. You can come up with your own definition. Now, program number 3 is the Bureau of Uneven Sidewalk Awareness. Because do we really need to spend $1.8 million a year to remind us to...
$1.8 million a year, okay? $1.8 million a year for a sidewalk. And if you want my Discord, it's bwashum75. Mo, can you put that in the comments? Everything is bwashum75, baby. bwashum75. Let them know. Everything, if you want to find me, bwashum75.
Step on those uneven sidewalks? I think not. So let's save our pride and save our wallets as well. Program number 4, the National Soap Carving Championship Grant. We're spending
$700 a year for carving soap. Okay? Carving soap.
$100,000 a year to keep the art of soap carving alive. We're going to do away with that as well. Well, we don't need to fund those county fair competitions anymore for carving soap. Now, program number 5 is the Bureau of Left-Handed Scissors. Turns out people who are left-handed can just turn the scissors around and they can save us $250,000 a year.
$500,000 for kids with scissors in their left hand. I got you, Tim. I see your request. I just can't do nothing now. And yeah, if you would like to send me a tip, it's bwashum75. And if you would like to help me out, I have to hit another $50 for the month in order to get my own money for how much work I've done on here. I could surely appreciate that. These are real, lead. These are real. This is not a joke. This is all real. And you're going to see it today on the Super Bowl. These are all real, love. I wish I could tell you it's a parody, but it's not.
All right, the National Moth Appreciation Day Initiative.
You ever heard of a National Moth Appreciation Day? Okay? Yeah, no. Well, we pay for that too.
We're going to cut that out as well. That's going to save us $250,000.
$250,000 for National Moth.
The Federal Cheese Wheel Roll-Off, that's going to save...
Federal Cheese Wheel Roll-Off is going to save us $1.2 million. By the way, this is money laundering. All these things have been made up and going into somebody's pocket.
Save us $1.2 million. Program number 8, the Office of Inflatable Pool Regulation. Now, did you know we spend $500,000 a year ensuring your pool noodles were the right...
Okay, you know the noodles that we buy for our kids for the pool? $500,000 is spent to make sure that the right size and shape and everything else for our kids to use. Yeah, the Super Bowl will have the commercials on there showing you what they've been doing. Jay, you are welcome. Please subscribe as it's free. Double tap the screen as that is free. It helps your girl. If you want to give me a tip, it helps me because I have to make $100 a month before I can even get paid for my own stuff. So the people carving the soap are people in prison. Isn't that interesting?
Buoyancy, or the correct buoyancy to make sure they can hold you up. We're going to cut that out and save that $500,000. You're welcome. All right, program number 9, the Duck Quack Research Fund. $4 million to prove that ducks, quacks don't echo.
$4 million a year to prove that ducks don't echo when everything echoes.
Newsflash, they echo. All noises echo. So we're going to save $4 million there. And finally, program number 10, the National Database of Presidential Hairstyles. We were spending $800,000 a year cataloging the different
$800,000 a year just cataloging the different hairstyles of presidents when you can just go to Google and look at it. Like Eddie, at the Super Bowl, you will be seeing commercials showing all the fraud. If I had the money, tip, yeah, exactly, John. See, eventually you'll be able to give me a tip because you won't be paying for squirrels. You won't be paying for, just wait, we're not done. We're going to be, you guys are, you think this is satire. This is not satire. But the thing is, they had to make up stuff in order to pocket the money. And that's exactly what they have done.
Presidential hairstyles over the year. We'll just let Google handle that, save us $800,000. So in total, DOGE is going to save the taxpayers on those 10 programs alone $20.6 million.
$20.6 million for those 10 that they just cut alone. Okay? Now let's go to the next one.
All right, good evening, citizens. I'm back again. I've had a lot of requests for what are the next 10 programs that DOGE are going to cut. So here they are in order. The next program, the National Pillow Fluffing Initiative, at $1.5 million a year. Taxpayers are paying to ensure your hotel pillows are at maximum fluffiness. So effectively, immediately, you're going to have to fluff your own pillows.
Is that not crazy? We're paying millions of dollars for someone to fluff the pillows. No, Jay, you're going to stay here and you're going to live like a king. Watch.
The next program number 2, the Bureau of Elevator Music Standards. We were spending...
Okay, so we were spending money of what kind of elevator music should be played. And this is no joke.
$2.1 million annually to approve soothing tunes for elevators.
$2.1 million for elevator music.
From now on, the playlist is Your Problem and Pandora's Problem. Program number 3, let's see, this is the Federal Bureau of Traffic Cone Counting. And believe it or not, we spent $1.3 million per year to ensure...
$1.3 million per year to make sure every cone was counted for that they use on the road. Oh, this infuriates me because I'm a taxpayer. It infuriates me.
Every cone is accounted for, and DOGE has officially removed those cones. You're welcome. Okay, program number 4, the Office of Seasonal Pumpkin Oversight. We're dumping $800,000 per year into tracking pumpkin spice trends. So,
can you imagine that? We're spending $800,000 a year to track the pumpkin spice stuff. No, this is not a parody. This is very real. This is very real. This is what our tax dollars have been paying. He is telling the truth, and they're going to show you today. No, it's not, Jamie. This is what's wrong with our country, is people like you that think that this shit is funny, because actually, in all reality, it's the craziest stuff I've ever seen in my life, but this is what they're doing, okay?
goodbye PSL police. You're just going to have to figure that out on your own. The National Chair Spinning Safety Council, $400,000 a year.
National chair spinning. So it's how your chair spins around. We're spending $400,000 a year. Yes, it is what our tax dollars have been spending. I'm not arguing with you, dumbass. You'll figure it out. It'll hit you real quickly, okay? It'll hit you.
The federal kazoo orchestra grant. That was a $2 million annual grant for kazoo lovers, and now they're just going to have to
$2 million for kazoo. Like, $2 million.
horns on their own. Program 7, the American Cloud Watching Fund at $1.1 million.
$1.1 million to have someone watch our clouds.
Program 8, the Department of Leftover Labeling. We were spending $600K a year there.
We don't know what the Department of Leftover Labeling means, but $600,000.
Don't ask me what the hell that is all about. Program number 9, the Bureau of Ice Cube Uniformity. We needed to make sure that we were spending $2.5 million to ensure that your ice cubes were not...
$2.5 million to make sure your ice cubes are perfect. Now, mind you, these are programs that they made up saying that that's where it was going, but it wasn't. This is money laundering at the highest rate.
Nice and uniform. We all know how people get picky about their ice cubes. And last but not least, the National Velcro Noise Study, $1.7 million annually to test.
$1.7 million to test different Velcro. Boy, they thought of a lot of unique things.
Which Velcro noise is the most satisfying, so we can do away with that. And with that, that's going to bring an additional $14 million in savings on top of the other $20 million that I...
So far, $34 million just within these last 20 that they cut, okay? Next one.
Well, good morning, fellow taxpayers. I'm back with the next 10 items that the DOGE, and that's the Department of Government Efficiency, is getting ready to cut. It's going to give us more savings, and we're going to have to scratch our heads a little bit over these next 10 because these are absolutely ridiculous. All right, so number 1, the National Bubble Wrap Stress Relief Study. We were wasting $1.4 million annually to study whether popping bubble wrap would actually reduce stress. It turns out that it does, but we don't need to spend any money on that. You can do that yourself. All right, program number 2, the Bureau of Mailbox Feng Shui. I don't even know what the hell that is, but it was costing us $900,000 a year. All right, program number 3, that is going to be the Federal Balloon Animal Training Academy, costing us $2.3 million annually, and taxpayers have been funding how to teach clowns to fold balloons into animals for kids' birthday parties. All right, now program number 4 is the National Pretzel Untwisting Initiative. It's $600,000 per year dedicated to untwisting pretzels for research purposes. DOGE is doing away with that. You're welcome. We don't need that anymore. Program number 5, the Department of Sock Pairing. We're wasting $1.8 million annually to find those missing socks. Sorry, everybody, you're on your own. You're going to have to find your own socks without any government guidance. Number 6, the Federal High Five Coordination Bureau, $1.2 million a year, ensuring that we're high-fiving correctly. That's got to go. That's going to save us some cash. Let's see, number 7, the National Ice Cream Cone Structural Integrity Lab. We have been spending $700,000 a year to find out why ice cream cones leak, and that's just a huge waste of money.
Is that not crazy?
The Office of Puddle Depth Measurement, that was costing us $3 million a year to see how much rainwater was being wet.
$3 million a year so that they could see how much rainwater was in, those puddles that are on the wall. Yeah, bye, Jamie. Watch the Super Bowl today, and then you'll come back apologize. But right now, you're in timeout, baby. Okay? You're the first person I've ever timed out. Normally, I just get rid of you, but you're going to come back and apologize to me.
Wasted and collected in things like potholes and other puddles, so we're done with that one. And let's see, program number 9, the Bureau of Alarm Clock Testing, $1.5 million a year to ensure alarms are just annoying enough. that you get out of bed, so you're getting that correct, noise that just drives you crazy. We don't need that anymore. That's saving us, like I said, $1.5 million. And finally, number 10, that's the Federal Litter Cleanup Task Force. And at $2 million annually, we've been funding the impossible because
$2 million a year for them to pick up glitter. Well, music, that's what it's coming down to, baby. We're going to be having our own money, and we are going to be feeling like we are rich because we're going to have our own money. And then when we have that, our own money back from paying all this frivolous crap, and the IRS gets abolished and all that stuff, then we will bring the economy up because of the fact that I can't turn it up, babe. I tried. I can see if my husband can plug in my speakers. Hang on. My husband can plug in the speakers, maybe. Hey, babe. Can you plug in the speakers that you used to have on that thing because the feet that thing in the closet. I think you put them in here. I think so. Hang on. I think so. I don't know though. 100%. He's going to try to get the speakers for me. I'm sorry. Yeah, half pint. Yesterday I bought eggs, $7 for just a carton of eggs. 12 eggs, $7. $7. By the way, I've got new merch if you guys are interested. One of them says common sense is a superpower. The other one says 420 every day. The other one looks like this. If you're interested, the link is down below and it says my merch, because I can't remember my stuff to get into it, to put it on YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm taking out the spreadshirt, and hey Destiny, I'm taking out the spreadshirt and I'm putting the Teespring merch that I have on there. Wow, see, we used to pay $1.89. Maximum was $3 something if we wanted special eggs. But now that it's went up to $6 something, and that's a whole nother time that we're gonna go live and talk about how there's an special extra tax on all of our food by, I can't even say the word, but RABBIS by them. Yeah, they put extra tax on all of our food. And if you look on your food, it has it right on there, and you don't even know what it is, and that's what it is. Just an extra tax that they have. Okay, hubby's got it, so he's gonna plug everything in for us. Exactly, Jay. I bet you did. And see, us American citizens. You're welcome, Virgil. You're welcome. I mean, I quit doing this stuff because, you know, like I said, they were spending $367,000 to shut us conservatives up. But it's not really that I'm a conservative. It's really that I care about America, and I care about American people, and I care about what goes on, because I pay tax dollars. My husband pays it. So let's try it now. Tell me now if you can hear it. Hang on.
As we all know, at the end of the year, when we take down the Christmas tree and all the decorations, there's just glitter everywhere, and it takes a couple months to vacuum it up. So in total,
can you hear it
that's going to
better?
save us an additional $16.4 million of government weight.
Hang on. Can you hear it better? Yeah, it's all the way up. I'm just turning this up. You can hear it better? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear it better, please.
You gotta play it.
I'm going to, honey. Give me one moment. I'm really fighting with people on here and shit. They're weird.
And keep going, Doge. I'll bring you the next update as soon as I have the next 10.
All right, so you could hear that correctly, right? 11111. You guys are a little, when it comes through, it's slower for me. Oh, that went in somebody's pocket. We don't know who yet, but they're going to find out. They just quit it. Every program that you're listening to has been cut. Oh, I know. KSJ, I just spent $6.59 for a dozen eggs, and I was very disappointed. All right, here we go. Next one, because we already talked about that one.
Good morning, fellow taxpayers and citizens. I have got today's daily DOGE update for you. And this time, DOGE has Congress squarely in its sights. Their fat benefit packages could be on the chopping block. So let's look at the top 10 things that could be going away for Congress. So benefit number 1, no more free parking at Capitol Hill. Now this has Chuck Schumer all up in arms because he is going to have to circle the lot like a normal person and claims this is a human rights violation. Benefit number 2 is the end of the franking privilege, which means no more free mail for Congress. And Elizabeth Warren is upset she's going to have to pay for her own angry letters to Wall Street.
But see, this is what's so crazy. This is what us American people have to do. We have to pay for our lunches. I believe it, John. I saw that too. So I had a decision. Yeah. I'll tell you his channel in just a moment. It's called DOGE Update Guy. So it's Doug, DUG _ DOGE Update Guy. And he started this just for the DOGE updates. Oh, see, that's how it's got to start being with us, okay? All right, so here we go. And you know what? Congress should be treated the same as us American citizens because they ain't nothing special about them except them trying to ruin our country.
Wall Street from here on out. And benefit number 3 is goodbye to government health perks, access to the federal employees health benefits program. That's going to be gone if this gets passed, and they're going to have to sign up for high-cost insurance just like the rest of us. Bernie Sanders claims the system is rigged because he will now have to pay for his own health insurance, and he just doesn't like that. Benefit number 4, no more $3,000 living expense deductions. Now, Nancy Pelosi is extremely upset about this. She wants to know how she's supposed to afford her luxurious D.C. mansion on a congressional salary, and of course she is not.
Exactly. You only make $150,000 a year, but you come out making millions. Calculate that and tell me how that's correct. Please calculate that, because at $150,000, you got your cost of living. They should be taxed as well. They should have to pay for their insurance as well. They should have to pay for their lunch. They should not get reimbursed for living expenses. You know, yeah, no more. Now
calling for new impeachment hearings against Donald Trump. Benefit number 5, the Office of Furniture Allowance is gone. This has got Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, otherwise known as AOC, upset. She doesn't know why she's going to have to assemble her own furniture, and this is...
Is that not crazy? We literally were paying... we were paying to have furniture assembled. Yeah, this is the thing. Is once we get into the U.S. Treasury, Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, that is it's all on Google. Go look it up. Good man gammering. Go and look it up. This is all legitimate. Go look it up.
That's why we need socialism. All right, benefit number 6, pension cuts. No more cushy retirement plans for members of Congress moving forward if this can get taken care of. Joe Biden is upset because he thinks he's actually going to have to pay for his own retirement now. Well, he's not going to have to because we all know they got rich. But welcome to the 401k life corn pop. And on benefit number 7, no more free military medical care. This has got John Fetterman all pissed off. He thinks it's an attack on democracy because he can't walk onto a military base and get free medical care.
So used to, they could walk onto a military base and just get free medical care like nothing. Like it was nothing. Wow. How many Americans want to be able to do that?
Fit number 8 is access to the office of the attending physician. If this is passed, that will be gone as well. And Kamala Harris, she had a response to this, but it was such a word salad that I could not repeat it here because I don't want my IQ to go down for the next 30 minutes. Benefit number 9, no more taxpayer-funded travel. This has got Gavin Newsom extremely pissed off, the governor of California. He wants to know why he's expected to fly commercial because he doesn't look like a Spirit Airlines passenger.
And that's another thing. Why shouldn't they fly commercial? They're nothing different than us American citizens. Matter of fact, they are American citizens. So why are they being put up on a pedestal? You know?
Oh, well. And benefit number 10, the end of reserved airport parking. So no more reserved parking at the airport for members of Congress. This has got Mitch McConnell pissed because he's going to have to take the airport shuttle like some kind of peasant, and he claims it's an outrage. So with these proposed...
Isn't that crazy? He's saying that he feels like a peasant if he has to take a shuttle like we have to do. Actually, no, Trump has his own plane, but Trump has to fly in Air Force One because it's protected and got things on it that we know nothing about.
Cuts, DOGE is going to be saving the taxpayers hopefully millions of more dollars. Stay tuned. I'll come at you with another update.
Okay, next one.
Hello again, fellow taxpayers and citizens. All right, everyone, I need you to brace yourselves on this one because what I'm about to share right now, it's not parody. These are real, honest-to-goodness programs that your tax dollars have actually paid.
Exactly. Data. I wish I could put this on the screen, but I can't. How can I put this on the screen? I'm going to pin that. We pay them. Don't forget that. They are our servants. They are supposed to serve us. But instead, they are taken, and get all these special privileges that we don't get at all. So here we go with the next 10.
Paid for. And we can thank Senator Rand Paul for digging these up. They're part of his annual Festivus report. And let's just say the truth is almost stranger than fiction. All right, let's start with number 1. We're spending $10 billion on empty federal buildings. I guess maintaining and furnishing buildings that are empty is important because...
10 billion with a B, ladies and gentlemen. 10 billion. We need more likes than just 33. Come on. I am giving you the news today. I am giving you the true facts. Hit that. All you got to do is double tap that screen. That's all you got to do is double tap that screen. That's it. Double tap that screen for Betty, please. 33 likes, and I'm giving you raw, real news that I could possibly be banned for because I never can talk, okay? So I appreciate it if, if you do that because eventually if we're allowed to talk, I will be able to bring this news to you because normally they pay $367,000 a year to shut us up.
Ghosts, they need offices too. Number 2, $12 million for a Las Vegas pickleball complex because what happens in
$12 million. $12 million for a pickleball complex. Does anybody know what that means? No, nobody knows what that means. Nobody.
Vegas stays in Vegas except for the bill, which comes straight to you and me. All right, number 3, $4.8 million on Ukrainian influencers. And I guess this is influencing me to wonder, why are we paying for this?
$4.8 million for Ukrainian influencers. $4.8 million for Ukrainian influencers. Why would we be paying for that?
Now, number 4, $10,000 for an ice skating drag queen show in a
$10,000 for an ice skating drag queen show. Also, another thing, we saved $1 trillion on cutting medical for children to transition. We cut $1 trillion in medical for children to transition.
Apparently, the only thing skimming the ice faster than those skates is Congress with your tax dollars. All right, number 5, we're spending $2.24 million to study COVID-19 in cats. Now, curiosity just didn't.
$2.4 million to give cats the C virus to see how it works. Right. This is so important that they put this out for American people because we had absolutely no clue about it. Okay, should all public servants, military, post office, local, and state government employees have no additional benefit for their service? Not trying to stir the pot, just wanted y'all's opinion. No, I think that if you are military, you work for the government, you know, that you should have your benefits. That's one of the perks of you know, having that type of job. I think that definitely you should have medical benefits, you know, and the things that you need to keep your body in good shape so that you can perform your duties correctly, you know. Yes, I think that's a definite. Yeah, Disney on Ice. There you go, John.
Kill the cat, it also emptied our pocketbooks. Number 6, $419,470 to study cocaine use in rats. Now, what they discovered was that lonely rats, they'll turn to cocaine, and I guess next up in the study are going to be taxpayers who need a drink after listening to all this.
This is the truth. I mean, people think this is satire and everything, but it's not. It's not satire. This is all real. This is all something that the government had made up in order to enrich other people's pockets. They made this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm trying to say, is that this is money laundering at the highest tier. But we've only just hit the tip of the iceberg. We've got so much more to go. And that's why the judge put a halt on it. And I'm going to show you where the judge put a halt on it for us to go into the Treasury, the Medicaid, the Medicare, the Social Security, and all of that. Because they know what they've done for that is crazy. Once we're done, once this is all cleaned up, this is like, okay, for instance, this is like a child took their checkbook, didn't know what they were doing, did all this frivolous stuff. Now dad has to come in and go through everything and cut out all of the frivolous spending so that the child doesn't no longer be in debt and have problems. That's kind of how I can break this down. You know, I mean, yes, he's very transparent on what he does, what he says. Promises made, promises kept, always. You know, people don't even know what DOGE is. Exactly, John. John can't even pay me $1 for a super chat because he's paying the government so much money. But once he stops paying the government, John said he'd come back and he'd pay Betty to tell the news to him.
Number 7, $3 million for girl-centered climate action in Brazil. That's a mouthful.
Now, what do you guys think that was? $3 million for, let's go back to that again. Girl-centered
climate action.
Girl-centered climate action in Brazil. Anybody ever heard of that? We aren't either. We had to pay in. We had to pay in this year. Yep, we had to pay in. After having about $13,000 in Social Security taken, and then you got your IRS. Yeah, I mean, I'm sick of it. I'm tired of being taxed so bad that we're in poverty. But I've never heard of a girl climate action in Brazil, but we paid that. We this is all the stuff we paid. Right? That's what I'm saying. It just, and I can guarantee you that's not even where the money went. That's what we're trying to say, is that this is money laundering.
In Brazil.
Okay, please get those likes up. Come on, we have 160 people in here. Betty's giving you the hot tea, the hot coffee. All you got to do is double tap that screen and subscribe to my channel, because I will be going live, not just on This Away, but I'll be going live where we're going to break stuff down. I'm going to be doing reaction videos to this stuff. And, you know, I want all of you to be there. You're going to know when I go live, you know, and if we hadn't have had this done, we would be paying frivolous stuff like this for the rest of our lives. Michelle, I already timed you out. What are you doing back here again? The only person insane is you. Okay? The only person insane is you. You're going to get to see at Super Bowl today all the corruption. And that's just the tip of corruption. The tip.
Well, that's a mouthful. So I guess we need to empower Brazilian girls to fight climate change, one U.S. tax dollar at a time. And number 8, 720,407.
Okay, Destiny, thank you. Datha, go ahead and remove her. I'm done with her. I'm really done with her. I'm really trying to talk to American people and around the globe of what's been going on and how we're going to clean this up. How we have to clean this up, because this is very infuriating. And if you are an actual taxpayer, you would be feeling the same way that I'm feeling, because we've literally been taxed into poverty. Okay? There's been times that I've just sat and cried. My husband made a $3,000 a week check, and it was all gone on bills and taxes, and wasn't even money for food, and that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Dan, stop it. You want your taxes going on this frivolous stuff? Really? Why are you here? I just hid you. Go away. She's out of here, TJ. I got her out. I'm done. I don't know. She keeps coming. If Datha or anybody sees her again, we will definitely get her out of here. Thank you for double tapping the screen, and thank you for subscribing, because I'm going to be going live. We're going to be breaking stuff like this down. And it's not, yeah, it probably is. And it's not going to be like this. You know, I'm going to be different. I'm going to be like on StreamYard, and I'll be talking to you. We'll be breaking it down together. But right now, I'm just doing it this way, because I felt this was the better way for right now. So if everybody please double taps the screen, you help me. And if you subscribe, you help me. You don't have to pay nothing. Just do those two things for me. And then also at the end, leave a comment down below in my comments to let me know what you thought of what I showed you, because that helps me as well. Exactly. That's okay. This is what I'm talking about, Music Girl. I'm a disabled, twice widowed senior, and I'm telling you the truth when I say that I cannot afford food this month, and my water tank broke down. I have a hole in my roof and don't qualify for help. Do you see what I'm talking about? As American citizens, her being disabled and probably living, you know, her water tank, that should be, are you renting? Because that should be underneath that. If she owns it, you know, there should be help out there for that as well. She has a hole in her roof. I used to do construction. and she doesn't qualify for help. But now they're turning it around to where you will qualify. But this is what I'm sick of seeing. This is what I'm sick of seeing. And I'm sick of us all being broke. Exactly. See that, Secret Six? You have to make a decision. Is it tires or rent? See, that's what I'm talking about. That right there. And also, that's another thing that we're going to get into. Music is they're upping the disability and Social Security. Okay, so that's coming next. That's already been signed into law, and that's coming next. We will break it down. I will go over it with you. What is the I need to know something. What is the best times for me to go live for all of you? Is it at nighttime? Is it at nighttime that you can listen to what I have to say? Exactly, Doreen. None of us want a handout. We're just tired of paying for this frivolous stuff that I'm showing you on here. But can you tell me if it's morning or if it's daytime? Because a lot of people are telling me that 7 p.m. Central Time, because I'm Central, would be great because that way that you work, you eat, and then you can watch me as a show. So I could schedule every night at 7 p.m. We gather all together. I can even put that I'm going to be live in 30 minutes to help you all out. But I need to know whenever you will all be here. Because I don't want to be talking to nobody. You know, I want to be there. I want to be able to have all of you there so that you can all chat with me. We can have a discussion about this. And I think that I want a great time for all of you. Thank you, Roger. Okay, so let's do 7 p.m. And even if you miss it, you can always go back and rewatch it. But I want to start getting back into the news reporting that I used to love so much. You know, yeah, watching later would be fine. Hey, Nana. Yeah, no, I won't get up. I love to sleep in, but I was doing it to help other women, you know, to feel good about themselves and stuff like that. But I would really like to go back to doing makeup and reporting and reacting to how our country is being made great again. So let's do, because I have to have at least 2 days off. I think because if I don't take 2 days off, I stress myself out, because even when I'm taking my days off, I'm actually not taking my days off. I'm still researching. I'm still looking for things for all of you, you know, to be interested in. So, thank you, Destiny. That makes me feel really good. So if let's see. I don't really like Mondays. Hey, Jade's mama, how are you, baby? I don't really like Mondays, so I think it would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I take off Saturday. Unless something happens and, you know, I need to take the day off, I will post it. It's called Post, and you can go and look at my post. Now, if you become a member, there's going to be member-only videos that will be live sometimes, and sometimes I'm just going to put them up, and membership starts at 99 cents, and it's just for my members only, okay? It's not going to be for the whole entire world. It's just going to be for my members only, because you're so very special to me. You're the ones that help me to make my $100 threshold so that I can get the money off of what I've worked for already, because YouTube makes us hit a $100 threshold to get the money off of our watch time hours from the videos we've already done. Okay, so let's go back to what we were doing. So I'm only going to take Saturdays off. And if I need one more day, I will let you all know, okay?
$79 so we can ensure ducks have premium real estate because that went to fund duck wetland conservation
Oh,
in
thank you,
Mexico.
Rain.
Number 9, we did spend $32,596
Hang
on
on just one second. What did you ask me, baby? Hey, Gypsy. Thank you, Rain, for becoming an angel. Okay. Why you change? Oh, I had to change a stack because people were being very horrible to me and just being very actual right now, and I'm trying to be very serious about where our tax dollars are going, and I'm trying to update everybody on what's actually going on, and it was making me sad. Okay, that sounds great, Mermaid. I will see right now I've got like 15 mods and sometimes they're not there, so if it gets really packed or something, I'll definitely put you down as a mod. We'll just go ahead and do that right now. But just, if you don't mind, please don't time anyone out unless I ask for you, please, to do it. I let people have their say, but when they start being absolutely disgusting or because I don't mind if they disagree with me and stuff like that. What I do mind is that I'm at work and people are, sexually harassing me, and I don't like that. I don't like to be sexually harassed at my job. Yes, I do, Donna. That's what I do, honey. I make sure it's after, and not right now. I make sure it's after. All right, here we go. More. Right now we're paying on break dancing. You know how long ago it's been since like we really learned how to break dance? That was in the 80s.
On breakdancing, but I don't think we need to fund any breakdancing. We can all just watch Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo for free and save ourselves some money. Lastly, number 10, $2.1 million for Paraguayan border security.
So we're paying Paraguayan border security $2.1 million, but we couldn't even secure our own border. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Because why secure our own borders when we can secure Paraguay's? Now, yes, folks, these are real. These actually did happen and were paid for, and they did cost the U.S. taxpayers $10,025,322,545. So stay tuned as I continue.
$10 million on frivolous stuff. Another $10 million. Like, if as I listened to this, I would just get madder and madder and madder. And I almost was like, this has got to be a joke. No, this is down on paper. This is no joke. And what this is called is money laundering at your finest. And wait until we get into the U.S. Treasury, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and all that. Wait until we get into that.
Continue to bring you more parody and more truth through my videos, and have a great day, taxpayer.
So he used to start out with, hello, taxpayer. Now, in a minute, you're going to see how he starts out with his videos because of what he's found out.
Hello again, fellow taxpayers and citizens. This is your daily DOGE update, and I want you to understand that the Department of Government Efficiency is hard at work saving you money one cut at a time. So let's start with today's top 10. Number 1, the Federal Bureau of Advanced Stapler Engineering, and at $1.7 million annually, their mission was to create the ultimate stapler that never jams.
$1.7 million to try to create a stapler that doesn't jam. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. A stapler is gonna jam. That's just the way it is. But you gotta give these people credit for the frivolous stuff that they made up to launder all of this. You've got to give them credit for it because, like, who sat and thought about this stuff?
Elon had his engineering team step in. They've created a brand new stapler that will never jam, and that department has been eliminated. All right, number 2, the National Institute for Memo Formatting Standards. That's $1.2 million a year we would spend to develop an official government memo format.
$1.2 million for a government memo format. This year, 14,000. Firestar, this year, just Social Security was 14,000.
DOGE has done away with that funding.
I'll have to go look and see what the actual taxes was. We paid in $300 this year and got $99 back in state, I think it was. Yeah.
Funding as well.
That's why I'm able to sit here and talk and say what, I think, my tax dollars has been going to. I'm not a happy camper. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you got 266 back. Yes, Mermaid. I'm so excited to go back to, I will still be doing my makeup like once a week, but I'm really gonna step up to just doing what I used to do and just researching and letting all of you know what's going on, because you don't have time to figure it out, You don't have time. And so that's what I'm here for. I do the research and I look it up and then I bring it to you, Yeah, no, didn't get nothing back. This year was, we didn't have no one to claim or nothing. So it was, and it was just way different,
We'll just keep it simple and save some millions. All right, number 3, the Bureau of Desk Plant Placement Optimization. We're spending $800,000.
$800,000 to decide what plant goes on what desk. Can you imagine? $800,000 a year for plant placement.
Annually, a study whether a fern or a ficus improves workplace morale. Gone.
That's just insane. Oh, he talks about it every day, and I do follow him. We will be updating. I will be updating you every day with what he updates, because I really like the way that he talks, and I like the way that it's just a couple of minutes at a time, and it's, not a long thing. I really like him. So I will be using him as one of our reactions. That's what I'm doing right now, is reacting to what the findings were, and I like the way that he talks about it.
Welcome. Employees can now pick their own plants and make their cubicles the way they want them. All right, number 4, the Commission on Conference Room Chair Synchronization. I don't know what the hell that's all about.
Conference room chair synchronizations. Has anybody heard? Like I said, you've got to give these people credit for the stuff that they made up. They must have just been sitting there just brainstorming on what they were going to make up next. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I'm a person as well that likes to have fun while I'm talking about this important stuff. I'm not just normally on edge, but after I found this out, I'm just a little bit on edge. And so as time goes on, you guys will see me loosen up. You'll see me making jokes. But we're going to do this together. We're going to do this together. And we're going to make America great again. We're going to have our own money back.
But it was $1.5 million a year to ensure every chair in the meeting rooms across federal government all swiveled at the same rate.
$1.5 million to make sure all chairs swiveled the way they're supposed to. We're getting rid of you, scallywag.
The funding has just been deleted by DOGE. We don't need that anymore. Number 5, the National Punctuation Integrity Project. That's $2 million a year to enforce standardized comma usage across.
$2 million a year to make sure that they are using the comment in the correct place when Elon said there's just a program you can download and it automatically will do it all for you.
All internal documents. Elon says just download a piece of software. It'll take care of your punctuations for you. That is gone as well. More useless spending down the drain. All right, number 6, the federal grant for binder clip durability testing, $900,000 a year to determine
$900,000 a year for paper clips, pretty much. $900,000 a year for paper clips.
how many papers a single clip can securely hold. That funding has been clipped for good. Hope you caught my reference to The Sopranos there. Number 7, the Office of Highlighter Color Coordination, $1.3 million annually.
$1.3 million for highlighter coordination. I mean, this just makes my blood boil.
To ensure uniform highlighter color codes in all federal agencies. DOGE says you can choose your own colors. That one is gone as well. All right, number 8, the Research Initiative on Pencil Sharpening Efficiency. I don't even know what the hell that's all about.
Pencil sharpening efficiency. When half the people in America don't even use pencils except for students and they sharpen themselves. So what are they even talking about?
But it's gone. Saving is 2.4 million.
2.4 million for that. 2.4 million. Yeah, Music Girl, that person's gone.
$1 million. Number 9, the Strategic Paperweight Development Program, $1.6 million a year to
$1.6 million a year for a paperweight.
design paperweights with the optimal weight to surface distribution ratio. Whoever came up with that program just needs to be fired.
No, Lonesome Chef, go look it up on DOGE findings. Go look it up.
Along with the funding, which has been cut. All right, number 10, the Office of Redundant Documentation Reduction. We were spending $3 million a year to catalog and reduce redundancy in documents by doing what? Creating more documents.
$3 million a year for this.
Elon says this is one redundancy that is no more. So please stay tuned for tomorrow's list. I'll have another.
Next.
Hello, fellow citizens and taxpayers. Today's DOGE report comes to you courtesy of Senator Rand Paul's annual Festivus report. Now, I want you to understand this video is not satire. I repeat.
Like I said, KSJ, you can go and look up the DOGE cuts and it's all there. And also, this guy is telling you where you can look it up as well. And in a minute, I will show you the DOGE calculator. I will also show you how DOGE is now with the debt clock. It's now in the debt clock, showing how much money we are being saved.
This is not a joke. These are actual items that we as taxpayers have already obligated ourselves for because that money is spent, okay? And this is just a small fraction of those items that are there. And if you want to fact check me, just Google 2024 Rand Paul Festivus report.
There you go. Google 2024 Ron Paul Festival reports. Get your pen and paper.
Just Google 20.
We'll do it right now together. 2024. Okay, let's do it together. 2024 Ron Paul
T24 Rand Paul Festivus.
Rand Paul Festivus. Rand Paul Festivus report. Festivus report. Right here it is. This is what Rand Paul found. Okay. So you can find it Our mountain of debt will continue to pile even higher. The Congressional Budget Office predicts we will add an average of 2.1 trillion in debt annually for the next decade, according to a July House Budget Committee report. The U.S. government will add over 6.4 billion of debt every single day for the next 10 years, borrowing over 268 million every hour, 4.5 million every minute, and over $74,401 every second. This year, I'm highlighting a whopping 1,8,3,13,329,626,112. That's over 1 trillion in government waste, including things like ice skating, drag queens, a 12 million Las Vegas pickleball complex, 4 million on Ukrainian influencers, and more. No matter how much money the government has wasted, politicians keep demanding even more. As always, taking the path to fiscal responsibility is often a lonely journey, but I've been fighting government waste like DOGE before DOGE was cool, and I will continue my fight against government waste this holiday season. So before we get to the feats of strength, it's time for my airing of spending grievances. I have a lot of problems with federal spending, and now it's time to hear all about them. So, this is where it comes out. Starts with ghost towns on the government's dime. The federal government spends $10 billion on maintaining, leasing, and furnishing almost entirely empty buildings. A pandemic plunder. A Florida man stole $8 million in C-19 relief funds to buy an island and more. Your tax dollars at play. The Department of Interior spent $12 million on Las Vegas pickle complex. I hope all of you can see this as I'm reading this, since you told me I was lying, and all of this was a joke. Taxpayer fund a disinformation indexed. The State Department wasted $333,000 to fund censorship of non-liberal and conservative media. Snack attack. The Department of Health and Human Services awarded a $2 million grant to study kids looking at Facebook ads about food. Okay? $2 million grant to study for kids looking at Facebook ads about food. $2 million. Okay? So all of this is being broken down by the guy that we are listening to, but this is how you can find it all yourself. Okay? You can find this all yourself. These are the ghost buildings right here. Nobody's in them. No reason to pay $10 billion. These are the, whatever this is, that we're paying for. That, what was that? The gazebo thing or whatever? I forget what that was. But, yeah. This right here, we're no longer paying for this. This is the island that the person purchased. This is all the stuff you need to know that you are wondering about. Here's the pickleball complex thing, and here it is right there. That was $12 million. Disinformation, real or fake news, $330,000 right here was handed over to the Global Disinformation, which they call GDI, right here. Okay. Snack attack. This is what, see, they break all of this down for you so that you can see what everything is. Okay. Taxpayer dollars down the drain in Nevis, a hotel that is no longer a hotel, and they spent $108,272 on a non-functioning hotel. Okay. This one, And here's the kicker. The renovation plan has been gathering dust since 2011, only now being funded by U.S. taxpayers who have been cast as the unwitting financiers of this folly. It seems we've been patiently waiting for over a decade to throw money into a project that doesn't have a particular end game, which is this right here. Okay? Congress spent $15 million to turn the Internal Revenue Service into an unconstitutional force to prepare, file, and audit your hard-earned money. Okay. Rats, $419,000.40 to see if lonely rats would do the cocaine before a socialized of rats. Hold on to your steering wheels. Doe is revving up to burn tax dollars. The Department of Energy spent $15.5 billion to push Americans towards electric vehicles they didn't want. and this all, you think this is satire, but this is all real, okay? This is all real. This is the influencer effect. Hits foreign policy. Cost us $4,840,082 for Ukraine to become an influencer. Teaching them how to become an influencer. Another $22,231 on USAID social media influencer campaign. This is a National Endowment of the Arts spent $365,000 to promote circuses in city parks. That's just to promote them. $150,000 to fund circus performers who weren't performing due to the pandemic. Then to keep the clowns from crying, they sent another $20,000. 2023 was another great year for these circus artists. The NEA granted them $35,000 to continue their city performances. The most recent NEA act was a $30,000 grant for free circus art performances in 2024. And it goes on to explain all the others. So, if you want to know where this is, you go to this right here. Right here. Up here, put that in. Or just put in what I put in. So I'm going to save this. That this is all real findings. This is real. As bad as people want to say that it's not, it is real. It's called the Festivus Report for 2024. This has already been paid out. Everything. Okay? Now, back to what we were doing.
This report, and you can find these for yourself as well. So I'm going to go through these rather quickly. Please watch until the end because number 25, it's just stupid. All right, number 1, we've been spending $10 billion a year on maintaining empty federal office buildings. Number 2, we gave the city of Las Vegas a $12 million grant to build a pickleball complex. Number 3, the State Department spent $330,000 censoring conservative media. Number 4, Health and Human Services gave $2 million for a study to see how kids reacted to food advertisements on Facebook. Number 5, $8 million in stolen COVID relief funds was used by a Florida man to buy an island, a private island. Number 6, cocaine and lonely rats. The National Institutes of Health spent $419,470 to see if lonely rats were more likely to use cocaine than social rats. Newsflash, the lonely rats used more drugs than the social rats. Number 7, $15.5 billion was spent by the Department of Energy trying to convince us to buy electric cars we don't want. Number 8, $4.8 million for Ukrainian influencers. Don't know what the hell we're doing that for. Number 9, $365,000 for a circus. The National Endowment for the Arts spent $365,000 promoting circuses in public parks. All right, number 10, $3 million for girl-centered climate action in Brazil. The government spent $3 million trying to promote climate activism by women in Brazil, or girls in Brazil. How stupid can we be? All right, $873,000 to fund films in the country of Jordan. Why would we do such a thing? All right, we're about halfway done. Number 12, $345,000 to fight terrorism with soccer. I guess we're going to teach terrorists to play soccer instead of being terrorists. That's just a bad idea and a huge waste of money. Number 13, we gave $700 million to a failed trucking company. You know, those funds should have went to disaster relief for those impacted by the hurricanes and the wildfires this year. Instead, that money was given.
Right. We just had a terrible fire in California that was started. There was no water. There was no way to keep the houses from burning down. And instead of giving that money to help with that, we gave it to a trucking company that failed. There's also North Carolina had a horrible hurricane that came through. So instead of giving that money, like I said, we gave $700,000 to a trucking company that failed. Now, all of this money has already been paid, okay? And Trump is helping, from what I know, building back. But it's just, this is frivolous. This should never have occurred. Trillions of dollars have been found just being frivolous that could have already probably rebuilt North Carolina. We already know about the 2028 smart city in California. You know, boom.
Given to a trucking company that failed, and it's never to be returned. Number 14, $288,000 for diversity in bird watching. The National Science Foundation spent $288,563 to try and make bird watching groups more diverse. Well, what are we going to do next? Equity and stamp collecting? Now, number 15 is absolutely ridiculous, $892 billion in interest payments on our national debt. That's just interest payments. We're not.
That was just interest payments. Did you hear what the interest payments were? We didn't even pay on the debt.
Our interest payments on our national debt. That's just interest collecting. Now, number 15 is absolutely ridiculous. $892 billion in...
$892 billion in interest. In interest. Right, the last administration didn't even go down there, nor did he care. And Trump's already been to North Carolina several times. He will, because Trump is from America. He loves American people.
Interest payments on our national debt. That's just interest payments. We're not paying anything off. We've all of a sudden became the uncle with 27 maxed out credit cards and bad credit. Number 16.
That's pretty much it. That's what happened. 27 maxed out credit cards and bad debt. So we gave $500,000.
We gave $500,000 to Ethiopia so they could expand their social media presence. Number 17, $7 million for magic-related projects. $7 million.
Magic-related products, $7 million. Imagine if $7 million was given to North Carolina or California right this moment. This is all stuff that was already used last year. It's already gone. It's already gone. Gone.
$1 was spent on various magic-related projects, including a podcast about American magical beliefs. So what are we going to do next? Are we going to fund Hogwarts as well? Number 18, we spent $2.1 million for border security in the country of Paraguay. Meanwhile, we can't secure our own border. Number 9.
Yeah, $2.1 million for Paraguay, but we couldn't even secure our own borders.
$385,000 was spent for a giant 16-foot pigeon statue in New York City. I cannot imagine.
We spent how much again for a pigeon statue?
Was spent for a giant. Meanwhile, we can't secure our own border. Number 19, $385,000.
$385,000 for a giant pigeon. What in the world? Why would New York do that? That's insane.
$1 was spent for a giant 16-foot pigeon statue in
a 16-foot pigeon statue when all they do is just shit. Are you serious?
New York City, I cannot imagine why somebody would want to put up a statue of a pigeon. We all know what pigeons do. They make a mess, and now we're putting up statues to those birds who make messes. What a huge waste of money. We also spent $20 million for fertilizer.
Now get this, $20 million for fertilizer, but not here. Sheena, honey, I'm the reporter, so I'm going to report it, okay? All right? If I want to keep saying it over and over and over, I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over. Thank you.
Research abroad, meaning we did fertilizer research in Pakistan, Vietnam, Colombia, and Brazil. How about we keep...
Yeah, so that's how much money we spent in investigating fertilizer. Let's see what that said again.
We did fertilizer research in Pakistan, Vietnam, Colombia, and Brazil. How about we keep that money for our American farmers?
Yeah.
Right, number 21, we did spend $2.2 million on COVID experiments on cats. Number 22, we spent $123,000 to teach viral videos in the country of Kyrgyzstan. I think I got that right. $123,066 spent teaching Kyrgyzstan kids how to make viral videos. I'm sure that's exactly what their country needs, or a bunch of kids running around staring at their smartphones. All right, here's number 23, $1.5 million to spin kittens for science. $1.5 million was spent on spinning kittens to study motion sickness. Please.
So torturing kittens. We spent how much to torture kittens?
Study motion sickness. $1 million was spent on spinning.
$500,000 on baby kittens to see if they get sick or not by spinning them in a wheel. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's really what needs to happen with little kittens. I mean, can you just imagine? Can you even... I don't even want to imagine those poor kittens. I'm allergic to cats, but I love all animals, and I oh my goodness, that just breaks my heart.
Kittens to study motion sickness. Please make me understand how there is any scientific value to that at all. What a huge waste of money. Number 24, $720,479 for Mexican duck conservation.
Mexican duck conservation, $724,000. But us Americans, our ducks didn't get no money.
While our American ducks, they didn't get a dime. All right,
okay, wild dropping. It is real. I just showed you. Would you stop lying to the American people? Right here. This is the Rand Paul's Festivus report of 2024. What is wrong with you? Just get this person out of here that's just dumb. Dumb. My goodness. Wow. That's the thing. You show somebody the proof right in front of their face and they're like, that's a lie. See, that's why they were able to steal your money. That's why. You wouldn't care.
25, the last one, $20 million for Sesame Street in Iraq.
$20 million for Sesame Street in Iraq. When Iraq and all of them are rich, rich, rich. Why would we spend $20 million? Why would we spend $20 million for Sesame Street? Yes, it can, and it will.
USAID spent $20 million on a Sesame Street reboot in Iraq. Now, these things that I've just listed off here are a fraction of the $1 trillion in wasted money last year alone. And as I said, this is not satire. So if you want to go ahead and see if these are real and fact check me, feel free. Just go ahead and Google Rand Paul Festivus Report 2024, and you can dive into this as much as you want and see
how bad it
your
is.
Government has been wasting your money. So that...
Yeah, exactly. All right, on to the next.
Hello, fellow citizens and taxpayers. Thanks for stopping to watch today's daily DOGE update. Now, by
Keep
now,
that
you've
box.
probably heard of DOGE, which is the Department of Government
Good.
Efficiency, which was
Keep
put
me
into place
too.
by President Donald Trump and being headed up by the genius Elon Musk. And its
And I
mission
need a trash
is to
bag.
cut $2 trillion, that's
For my
trillion with a
trash.
T, mind you, in government
Will you
waste
get
before
some?
the economy collapses in under its own weight. Right now, we have over 1,200 programs running on autopilot, draining over $500 billion of tax money without any oversight whatsoever. So let's talk about some of the biggest offenders. Some of these haven't been reauthorized in years or even decades. We got the Foreign Relations Authorization Act of 2003 for $38 billion, the 21st Century Cures Act, $48 billion, the Quality Housing and Work Responsibility Act of 1998. Oh my God, how old is that thing? $37 billion. The NASA Transition Authorization Act of 2017 for $25 billion. I thought NASA went away with Elon Musk and all his rockets. We don't need that anymore. The Energy Policy Act of 2005 for $7 billion, and the Workforce Innovation and Opportunities Act of 2014, which is costing us $9 billion. Now, if we add all these programs up, it comes to a total of $164 billion, and if we combine that with the $175 billion we've sent to Ukraine since 2022, that ends up being a mind-blowing $339 billion of our money being flushed down the drain. And here's where it gets even worse. No one is even tracking where this money actually goes because it's never been reauthorized. The funding keeps going into these programs, but they've never been officially reauthorized by Congress, which means they're spending billions with zero congressional oversight. No one's checking to see if they're effective. The government just keeps blindly writing checks and they have no idea where the money's going. That means your tax dollars could be going to fund foreign governments, corporate subsidies, money laundering, pointless studies with no accountability, and you wouldn't even know it because nobody knows where that money goes. So if we ran a business like that, they would shut us down for fraud, they would bury us under the jail, and that would be game over for us. But the U.S. government just keeps writing checks to these programs blindly, not having any idea where the money goes, and until we put a stop to it, they're going to continue to put us in debt. Now, DOGE has been enacted to take care of this, but the real question is, will Congress allow them to act?
Okay. So you heard all of that. I'm sorry, I was kissing my husband goodbye because he was going to take our trash and all of that stuff today. So I was doing all that. But you heard, this was on 1/31/2025. We still got more to go. So yeah, this really, for people that pay tax dollars, this is really sad. That just this is the tip of the iceberg, you know, and it's really sad that the money laundering was so crazy that people literally think that this is satire. I mean, it's factual that people actually think it's satire because they just can't believe. But today at the Super Bowl, just remember, you're going to be seeing there's 5 commercials that's going to show you the truth. And well, if they don't listen right now, they can always come back and listen. And John knows I've been to heaven. He's heard my testimony. So I do believe that we do have a heaven, and I've been there, and we'll talk about that another time. But it's not for me to tell you who to believe in. You believe in whatever you want to. I'm not your judge. I'm not your jury. I'm just hoping to be a friend on the internet to help you with different things that's going on in the world. And good morning, Mr. T. And to enlighten you of things that you don't know about. And I also do makeup and product reviews. And I'm just trying to make America great again. That's it. A lot of people don't even know where to find this information. They don't even know where to start. The point of my channel is that normally I'm an investigative reporter, and I've been a model since 2007, and I do product reviews. And that means I model for the product. I check the product out, what I think about it. I do different things, different kinds of product, not just makeup, but beauty products and clothing. And I also am a reporter. I also investigate and go look up the stuff my own self so that it's not just being frivolously talked about. And I've been an investigative reporter now for like 15 years. But the bad thing is that I was reporting on stuff like this before it was cool. And it made a lot of heartache in my life. And so I stopped reporting about 2 years ago. And now I'm bringing it back, but with more of a, like right now I'm a little angry of finding out the frivolous stuff, but we're going to be joking around, having fun. And I would consider myself more of an everything, pretty much, because if I check out a product and I don't like it, I will tell you that it's bad. I'm not going to lie about a product just to get money or have you buy it. I'm not that way. I wouldn't want someone to lie to me. And I just now added this in because I feel like for the first time I can be able to talk about it without being shut down or people paying $300,000 to shut me down, And it's not whether I'm on the right or the left. I'm trying to talk about America for American people because I'm an American tax-paying citizen, and a lot of us don't have time to go research this and see what's going on, you know. I still have to buy the Tarte concealer toy recommended. Oh, that is really good concealer. I really do like that concealer. And if you go and look at a lot of people, they also like it as well. Oh, that's a great one. Yes, the nails. Oh yeah. I have two of them that came off. I got to put them back on. But actually, I'm thinking about taking them off and I'm going to go purchase me another box of them. These have been on for what, 2 weeks now? Yeah, 2 weeks now. Mm-hmm. Well, Firestar, I think that you've done enough in my chat this morning for one day. So I'm going to give you a timeout because you have been making an ass out of yourself and arguing with everybody in this chat and being ridiculous, and they're tired of hearing you, and so am I. So next time you can come back. You're going to be timed out for 24 hours. You can come back and voice your opinion as long as you don't make it a problem for others. Yes, it does come with glue, and their glue is very good. The problem is I used, instead of their glue, because it was so good and I couldn't get that one fingernail off, I used a different glue, so that's why 2 of these fell off. Yeah, well, he just got timed out. I didn't delete him. I normally would block and delete, but I didn't do it because I'm going to give him a chance to see at the Super Bowl today that what I'm saying is in fact truth. And I love my trolls. I love trolls. But usually the trolls end up liking me because, I'm funny and I tell all kinds of stuff, and I do all kinds of stuff that's, but yes, that's the good thing is that you can get the short, medium, or long ones. You know what I mean? So that's the great thing about that. And that micro needling, my face looks so beautiful. Like I can't even explain to you how beautiful my face is. And with my link, you get 10% off. And also with those nails, I was really disappointed because we didn't have a link. I didn't have a link for any of you. So I went to the owner and I asked for a link, and they gave me 10% off for all of you. So I don't like to put a product out there and review it and then you guys get no money off. I don't like to do that. Hey, Miracle. So I asked them, and the owner got back to me and said yes. Now, on the purses and stuff like that that are homemade and hand sewn, you get 20% off with my link on that. But yeah, they even have payment arrangements because it's like either $98 or $168, something like that, for a 3-month supply or a 1-month supply. I always say start with a 1-month supply and see the difference of that, and then, you know, if you like that, and you can pay like $10 a month, you know, through, and that's through, like, you know how Klarna and stuff like that is. Well, as you go to check out, it'll have one of those things like Afterpay, and you pay like $10 down and then like $10 a month or something like that. And I know people can afford that. So a lot of companies that I work with, I make sure that usually at checkout, if they are a higher priced item, that you have a way that you can make, you know, payments and not have to pay that big lump sum right then. I mean, you wouldn't believe it, but I'm turning down people every single day to market and promote for them. I only market and promote for things that I think that are something that you all would be interested in. And just like with the candle company, there's a candle getting ready to come out in the next month and a half. We believe it's going to be a month and a half before it gets out. But it's going to have BW Moa, and it's going to be called Luxurious Cherry. And it's a scent that Guy and I created together. So, honest, you ask me this every day, there's two, okay? You either have a penis or a vagina when you're born. There's two. You ask me this every single day. Stop asking me, please. Please stop asking me, okay? I'd appreciate it if you'd stop asking me that. Because, Anus, you say it every day. Every day you come in, you say the same thing to me. And you already know my answer. All right. So back to what we were doing. Please double tap the screen. It really helps me. It is free. Subscribe. It helps me. It is free. And afterwards, leave a comment down below of what you thought of my live. It helps me. It's free. The things that helps me and free, I appreciate you so much, you know. How do you get into products? I know you are, baby. I know you are. Which my lips are so chapped. Hang on 1 second. Let me get something for my lips because they are just feeling yucky today. I'm so sorry about that. My lips are feeling so yucky. I wear this night mask, or night mask. I wear this, this right here. I have a big bottle of it. And it's lip sleeping mask. I wear this, but I forgot to use it last night, and my lips, Sunmaster, what are you talking about? I didn't block you. There's about 500,000 people missing. You don't know the name of the country. And do you know what a space marine is? And you know that you blocked me for a reason. I do not know what a space marine is. I've not researched it, nor do I ever talk about it. But there's usually about 500,000 people missing a year in America. Real Housewife, contact me on my Instagram. We'll talk about that. I'll help you any way that I can. So if you want to know about any of the products that I review or anything else, if you click my title and you click more, it'll take you down on my description and it will show you a link to every one of them. Hey, SDA, I hope that you're doing well. Oh, okay. So Firestar, I don't know what your problem is, why you're being so mean to everybody, and why you're doing stuff like that, okay? But yeah, the Lord is everywhere. I never said stay away from men. Yeah, I'll have to talk to you in private, Gypsy, because I have to go over everything with you. You know what I mean? For you to influence products and stuff. So about 500,000 missing. Where did you get that number? You can't use your real number? Well, just Google. That's about how many people are missing a year. Mainly children. And if you do your real research, you'll know where the children go. No, I'm an investigative reporter. I don't claim to be something that I'm not. I'm not a teacher. Anything else I can help you with? Because we're going to continue on because we've got more frivolous stuff that they found. So, all right.
Hello, fellow citizens and taxpayers. Thanks for stopping to watch today's daily DOGE update. Now, by now, you've probably heard of DOGE, which is the Department of Government Efficiency, which was put into place by President Donald Trump and being headed up by the genius Elon Musk. And its mission is to cut $2 trillion, that's trillion with a T, mind you, in government waste before the economy collapses in under its own weight. Right now, we have over 1,200 programs running on autopilot, draining over $500 billion of tax.
Okay, so do you understand what he's saying about this? Okay, so $500 billion a year is going out to people who write an email to the United States asking for a certain dollar amount. And no one checks into it, no one does anything. It automatically gets paid right then and there. And people don't even know, they don't even know what they're paying for. It's just on auto, like as if you have a Netflix subscription for every month, you have the YouTube subscription every month. What are you asking me? So then you can easily give a correct number and not just guess. I said 500,000. Hey, Dark Angel, how are you? What's going on, beautiful? Sunmaster, I'm done with you. Do you understand? Do you understand? We're not talking about missing children or people right now. We're talking about missing money. All right? There's a difference between missing money and missing children that also contributes to money. Okay? I'm not going to talk about what you want to talk about because I know what you're trying to do. And it's not going to work. So, by you go. Again. The next time someone sees him, get him out my room because I know exactly what he's trying to do. And I'm not falling for it. All right. So, pretty much what happened was we had something on auto pay. And if someone put something in, it didn't matter what it was, it automatically got paid for. So we have spent $500 billion in taxpayer dollars for this frivolous stuff that is getting ready to be told to you.
Of tax money without any oversight whatsoever. So let's talk about some of the biggest offenders. Some of these haven't been reauthorized in years or even decades. We have the Foreign Relations Authorization Act of 2000.
Rio, I'm going to show that next, and I'm going to show the debt calculator next. But we got step by step, honey.
2003 for $38 billion, the 21st Century Cures Act, $48 billion, the Quality Housing and Work Responsibility Act of 1998, oh my God, how old is that thing? $37 billion, the NASA Transition Authorization Act of 2017 for $25 billion. I thought NASA went away with Elon Musk and all his rockets. We don't need that anymore. The Energy Policy Act of 2005 for $7 billion, and the Workforce Innovation and Opportunities Act of 2014, which is costing us $9 billion. Now, if we add all these programs up, it comes to a total of $164 billion. And if we combine that with the $175 billion we've sent to Ukraine since 2022, that ends up being a mind-blowing $339 billion.
$339 billion just so far. That's frivolous.
Our money being flushed down the drain. And here's where it gets even worse. No one is even tracking where this money actually goes because it's never been reauthorized. The funding keeps going into these programs, but they've never been officially reauthorized by Congress, which means they're spending billions with zero congressional oversight. No one's checking to see if they're effective. The government just keeps blindly writing checks and they have no idea where the money's going. That means your tax dollars could be going to fund foreign governments, corporate subsidies, money laundering, pointless studies with no accountability, and you wouldn't even know it because nobody knows where that money goes. So if we ran a business like that, they would shut us down for fraud, they would bury us under the jail, and that would be game over for us. But the U.S. government just keeps writing checks to these programs blindly, not having any idea where the money goes, and until we put a stop to it, they're going to continue to put us in debt. Now, DOGE has been enacted to take care of this, but the real question is, will Congress allow them to act?
And yes, they will. Let's go to the next one.
Hello, fellow taxpayers and citizens.
Ma'am, you can ignore this question if you want. Hypothetically, let's say you are 24 years old and your husband marries second wife. How would React Live, just a young man trying to get a perspective? Excuse me, you're talking about, Enos, you're talking about my child is 24 years old. What about it? How would I react? I wouldn't react in any way because I let my children make their own decisions on life. Yes, I did see that, Rio. I did. The Dweller, how many accounts do you have? How many accounts do you have? I know about the missing and just Disney alone. See, but I know what you're trying to do. So stop it. I'm not going to be talking about it. You're doing this you know why you're doing this? I'll tell you why you're doing this. You're doing this because you want my channel to be flagged. And it's not going to happen. Do you understand? I'm not answering your question about missing children. I'm not talking about children, okay? I am talking about taxpayer dollars and where they've been going and what's going on, okay? You want to talk about children and other things? Go somewhere else and talk about it. I'm not playing around with you. I'm dead serious. We'll just get you right out of here. But I'm not playing around with you, okay? You are interrupting my program. I'm not going to be answering your frivolous, stupid questions anymore, okay? I know what you're trying to do, and you go do it on your own channel and see how long it stays up. Do you understand? I have had enough. I've had it up to here with you already. Legitimately. I'm talking about something serious. And you all want to play games. And right now, I'm not in the mood to play games. All right? I'm finding out where money's going that is absolutely insane. And I'm trying to help our American people. We're not talking about that on my stuff. Hey Earl, how are you today? Today we are talking about where our frivolous dollars are going on taxpayers' money. The money that we pay in, where it's been going. That is what we are talking about today. I'm not talking about anything else. That is what I'm talking about today. Thank you for double tapping the screen. Thank you for subscribing. I love all my angels. Let's go.
It is time for your daily Doge update, and today we're going to dive into something that's going to make your head spin a little bit, and it's called unauthorized government spending. Now, what is unauthorized government spending, you ask? Great question. Unauthorized spending happens when government programs keep receiving funding long after their official approval has expired. So I want you to think of it like a streaming subscription you forgot to cancel, but instead of $14.95 a month, this one's going to cost you billions of dollars a year. So what we're going to look at is the Foreign Relations Authorization Act of 2003 as our example. Now, this bill was meant to fund the State Department for 1 year, but here's the kicker. Today, more than 2 decades later, it's still costing taxpayers around
I'll let my mods know what's going on after the show. I want to have a mod meeting. All my mods, I want to have a mod meeting on, I already kicked him. I want to have a mod meeting on my Discord after I get done with the show. All mods, please report to Discord after the show. I want to explain to you what that's all about and what they're trying to do, okay? And anytime you see them, don't time them out. Kick them out. Kick them the hell out. And once I explain what they're trying to do, you will completely understand why we don't want that person in our room. Okay? So back to what we were doing. Yeah, no, don't worry. No, as soon as you see them, I've already done it 4 times now. Just kick them. Hide them from the channel. He'll come back again and again and again, you know, but just keep kicking them. Don't even answer their questions, nothing. Because I need to tell people in my Discord, my mods, I need to have a mod meeting. And if you can't be in Discord, I'm going to have to have a mod meeting. Hey, Christine, I'm going to have a mod meeting with you separately, I guess, SDA, on Facebook or something, because this is very important. This has to do with my channel. It has to do with the livelihood of my channel and everything else, okay? So I need whoever can be at the mod meeting after this is over with. I would appreciate you to be there. If you can't be, I will talk to you separately. So we paid $38 billion to automated stuff that has not been checked into for over 20 years.
$38 billion a year annually without updated congressional approval or oversight. That's right, this program has not been reauthorized in over 2 decades, which means it has not faced proper congressional scrutiny. Now, if these programs were forced to be reauthorized every year,
yes,
they
I
would
can.
face congressional scrutiny. They would have to open up their books and justify what they've been spending taxpayer dollars on. The problem with that is we might catch billions in wasteful spending, and you have to wonder, what have these unelected bureaucrats been doing with all this money without somebody minding the bank? That's a pretty scary thought. So enter Elon Musk and the team at DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. It's their mission to shine a light on outdated, unauthorized expenditures and make sure your hard-earned dollars are spent where they're truly needed. DOGE is making Washington sweat over their checkbook for a change, and you know what? It's about time they felt the pressure regular taxpayers like you and I feel every time we look at our bank balance. It's your money, and DOGE is working hard to make sure that it's spent wisely. Hello, fellow taxpayers and citizens. It is time for your daily DOGE update, and today... Hello, fellow citizens and taxpayers. I've got some breaking DOGE news you don't want to miss. Now, would it surprise you to believe that the U.S. Treasury has been auto-paying everybody? And yes, even known terrorist groups. You can't make this stuff up. Now, there was a post on X by Robbie Starbuck, shout out to Robbie, that the highest-ranking Treasury official, David A. LeBrick, is resigning rather than complying with the request by the DOGE team for access to audit where they've been spending trillions of American...
So he would rather... The guy would rather terminate his employment than to comply with DOGE coming in and looking at the records. That right there should let you know how bad it is. Yes, that will be talked about as well, honey.
American tax dollars every year. Now, why would a career bureaucrat fear an audit by Elon Musk and his team? They're afraid we're going to see where the money's been going. Now, Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE as we like to call it, they discovered that the Treasury payment approval officers were instructed to approve all payments, no questions asked, and they've literally never denied a payment in their entire careers. And that's what Elon Musk posted on his X account. Now, can you imagine just setting your bank account on auto pay and every email scam that
Yes, Tuesday through Saturday, we will be talking about where the money's going to go, how the money is changing hands, how instead of taking money from us, how it's going to, we're going to be talking about everything. Every day at 7 p.m., I will go live while I put my makeup on or what have you, and we will be talking and going over it. And I will be doing stuff like this to show you and put different people on so that you can actually hear from, specialists and stuff like that, because I'm not a specialist. And there is no missing gold, but I am not a specialist. So therefore, I let the specialist talk about it and then I bring it on to react about it. So yes, after 2 decades, all of a sudden, this guy is up and quitting his job. He's up and quitting his job. So more than likely, he will probably be one that will be prosecuted for laundering money. I'm getting a bunch of it. I'm taking everyone out to dinner. That's right, John. You're getting your money back. That's right. Yes, it will. Everything's going to be very crazy for a little while, but then it's going to balance itself out. And I'm going to teach you and explain to you how American people are going to start thriving and surviving and keeping their own money instead of this frivolous scams that they've been doing to us with our tax dollars.
Comes through asking for money just automatically gets paid. Well, that's basically what our Treasury has been doing. Anybody that requests money, they just get it. They're not looking into who these people are, whether they're for our country or against our country. They're just paying out your hard-earned money. So not only are we auto-paying fraudulent and terrorist payment claims, the person who's in charge of all this, when they're confronted, they just up and quit. This isn't just a minor mistake. We're talking about trillions of taxpayer dollars a year flowing out with zero oversight, potentially funding activities against our own interest as Americans. So it's 2025, folks. Maybe we stop auto-paying terrorists. We're going to let DOGE and his team go through and completely set this system straight so we stop sending our money to places it doesn't need to go. Hello, fellow citizens and taxpayers. I've got some breaking DOGE. Hello, fellow citizens and taxpayers. Many of you have been asking me for a running total on DOGE and the work that they've been doing, and I found a really easy way for you to keep track of that, and it's the U.S. National Debt Clock.
So let me bring that up and show you. There's also another thing that I can bring up here and show you, first of all. And it's actually the DOGE clock itself. It has their own tracker, which is this right here. This is their own tracker right here. Shows how many days, how much money they've saved. So far, they've saved us $244.89 per taxpayer. They found $36.73 billion that they cut. They have 510 days to get all of this done by July the 4th, because that's Independence Day. And we have just now broke the surface right here at 0. And we're going to go to $2 trillion. And once we get to here, over here, then that's when everything will change. And the IRS will be abolished. I'll explain how that's going to work. I'm right here. But I'm showing I'm showing things. I don't, people, I can't make people happy, okay? Because of the fact that it's either show my face or show this, because I'm not on StreamYard or any streaming device right now except my live device, which is my telephone. So, anyways, this is what's going on right now, and I'm glad I make you happy. But the next time that you come in, which will be not tomorrow because we're not doing Mondays. I don't like Mondays. But Tuesday night at 7 p.m., you will be seeing me on screen and what I'm talking about, okay? So be there at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time in America, okay? I don't know what time that is for you. I don't know where you live, but I will be live every night except for Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you're subscribed to me, I will also post it. It will say post. Go to my post. It will say post, and you will see the time that I will be live. And the only time that I won't be live so far is going to be on Mondays, because I'm just one of those people that just doesn't like Mondays. Mondays, it seems like everything goes crazy. Unless it's something that's going to benefit us and I need to get it out pretty fast and it's a big, huge, change, then I will go live for you all. And yes, we are making America great again, and we're making YouTube great again as well. That's what we're here to do. And I call you my angel warriors. Number one, you're my angels because you help me by double clicking the screen. You help me by subscribing. You help me by leaving comments. And you also, when you sign up to become a member for 99 cents, that helps me to reach my $100 goal. I have to have every month in order to get my own payment of how much watch time hours and stuff I've had on my own videos. I don't make a lot of money. Right now it's showing I have $495 off of my videos and stuff, but it's showing I only have $45 towards my $100. So I still have to make another $55 through Super Chat, memberships, tips, that type of thing to even get my $495. And that will be the first time I've gotten $495 on YouTube in 7 years. Matter of fact, for the last 3 years, I've been paying to be on YouTube. I have been paying StreamYard $49 a month, and I've been paying Premium, which is another 20 something. So I've been paying like $70 a month to actually bring the news to you and everything else for the last 3 years and not making nothing. And if I did make something, it was $120. I'm doing this because I care about you. I'm not doing this for an income. This is not an income. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, John. I'm broke too. Look at where our money's been going. Craziness, right? So, anyway, that's where you find the DOGE calculator. So yes, I know who Joe Rogan is. He's a good guy. So the DOGE, if you want to find the DOGE calculator that updates every single day, you can find it at www.dodge, and then you've got like a dash tracker.com. Okay? You can find it like that. And I will try not to, but I get stressed out. And then you can also do little polls and stuff like that here. You can also see how many people have resigned. 60,000 people have resigned. We have saved $30 billion annually. 54 executive orders have been signed by the president. And this is all the stuff that has been saved money-wise so far. Well, I trust him better than the government that's been frivolously spending trillions of dollars on BS. I definitely trust him more than people that has been spending trillions of dollars on cats spinning on wheels, okay? Like and this has been a plan, believe it or not, for a long time. The only reason why Trump couldn't do this the first time is because they had him in court over Russia scandals and all this BS. So he couldn't actually do what a president needed to do. And it takes 50 years. It took 50 years to get here. Well, probably 100, but really the last 50 has been the worst. So it took 50 years to get here. It's going to take us about eight years to get out and to actually be debt free. Watch what he has planned. Watch what's going to unfold. Watch what's going to happen. Also, another way that you can find the Dodge calculator as well is underneath the debt clock, okay? So you go to the national debt clock, and in real time, right there it be. So 75,332,900 and whatever is being saved right now. Okay, this is the national debt, 36 trillion. U.S. federal spending, 7 trillion. And then you go down here, right down here, it says the future U.S. Treasury dollars. It doesn't say Federal Reserve anymore like it used to. You also can see the tariffs. The U.S. debt held by foreign countries is $8 trillion. You can see the U.S. trade deficit. You can see the U.S. trade deficit in China and the U.S. imported oil. You can see the small businesses, the corporate businesses, the household assets, all the way. You can see the bankruptcies. You can see what middle class people make, $43,369, and middle class should be actually thriving. Higher class should be thriving, but we all live in poverty at this moment. Okay, so we are trying to work our way out of that. And so right now he is also showing you the way to find it, just like I did.
And it's a constant reminder of our nation's fiscal problems and why we need DOGE now more than ever. Back in 1989, real estate developer Seymour Durst installed the first national debt clock near Times Square in New York City. And his goal, well, it was to raise public awareness about the rapidly increasing national debt. Now, over the years, the clock has been updated and relocated multiple times to accommodate the ever-growing debt.
Thank you for double tapping the screen.
When the debt surpassed $10 trillion, an extra digit had to be added to the display, and recently a DOGE counter has been added as well. Today, the national debt clock stands as a powerful symbol. It continuously displays the U.S. debt disaster in each American family's share, and it's absolutely outrageous. And it's a stark reminder of the importance of fiscal responsibility and the ongoing need for public awareness, so our politicians can't do this to us anymore.
Amen. And remember,
citizens and taxpayers,
remember again, they work for us, okay? We don't work for them. They try to make us think that we work for them, but we don't work for them. They work for us. And they need to start acting like it. They need to be shaped up and shipped out if they don't want to act like we pay their salary. And you tell me how somebody can go in making $150,000 and come out being worth millions. Can you do it at your job? Put a 1 in the chat if you can do it in your job. Put a 2 in the chat if that would be embezzlement. Okay. So next
thing. Hello, overtaxed citizens. Here's today's daily update. All right, this video is for everyone who thinks that the 2024 Festivus report and congressional pig book are satire, and that's where I've been getting a lot of content for my daily DOGE updates. I get it. It sounds absolutely too ridiculous to be true, but these things absolutely are. Now, Senator Rand Paul's report for 2024 exposes over $1 trillion in government waste. I'm going to break down just 3 of them real quick. Number 1, a man in Florida spent $8 million in COVID relief funds to buy his own private island. Man. Number 2, $330,000 was spent by the Department of State to censor non-liberal and conservative media. And number 3, $385,000 was spent to erect a 16-foot 8-foot-tall pigeon sculpture in New York City, because why not immortalize a bird that shits all over everything? Now, these items are real, they're documented, and this is how your tax dollars are being wasted every day. So if you think I'm making it up, go read the reports for yourself. I've linked the Festivus report and the Congressional Pig Book in my bio. Just click the link and it'll take you to the links to get you to the pages. Go see for yourself. It's time for our hard-earned money to stop funding pigeon statues that serve no purpose whatsoever. While politicians sit...
Who are you talking about? Caddy B, who are you talking about? Did you see her financial? No, you didn't, because she doesn't have millions. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Every one of the congressional people are millionaires. Live in millions dollar homes. Millions. Who are you talking about? For $150,000 a year income. I didn't think he was talking about anybody. Anyways, on to the next. All right. This right here is what we're showing right here. DOGE. See this? Government corruption we've seen. Corruption we haven't even seen yet. Okay? That's what I'm saying. We are at the tip of the iceberg right now, ladies and gentlemen. Just the tip.
Tax Citizen, here is your daily update. All right, folks, today's Doge news is absolutely crazy. We've got some drama, and this story comes straight to us from the Gateway Pundit. And according to the latest report, the Trump administration just put 2 USAID security leaders on leave after they tried to block Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency from accessing classified documents. And here's what went down. John Voorhees and Brian McGill, 2 top security officials at USAID, and that is the U.S. Agency for International Development, the agency that sent $20 million to Iraq so they could have a version of Iraqi Sesame Street. That was in the 2024 Festivus report. They refused to hand over classified materials to the DOGE team, claiming they didn't have proper security clearance. But instead of a slap on the wrist, Voorhees and McGill got placed on administrative leave, and DOGE got their hands on the documents. So exactly what are they trying to hide? That's the $64 billion question. I just can't wait to see what the team over at DOGE comes up with. Now, this isn't just about one agency. DOGE has been digging through the entire federal government looking for wasteful spending and corruption. And first it was the Treasury auto payments, now it's USAID. Their website has been shut down and their Twitter account has been nuked. So if you're wondering why government officials are resigning left and right, DOGE may be the reason why. And thanks again to the Gateway Pundit for breaking the story. If you think this is wild, just wait. There's a lot more to come. Hello, my fellow overtaxed citizens. I've got a quick breaking news update for you, and this is going to be talking about the USAID again, like from my post this morning. The Trump administration has officially shut down the U.S. Agency for International Development, otherwise known as USAID. Now, you heard that right. Done. Deleted by DOGE. No more. So according to a report by...
So there was so much corruption. They found so much money being frivolously sent everywhere but here, that Trump just said, shut it down. We don't need it. We don't need to be paying all these people, and we do not need all these frivolous accounts and everything else. Just shut it down. So that's what we're talking about right now. This happened on, I think this was 5 days ago, if I'm mistaken. Yes, exactly 5 days ago. So he said, shut it down. Shut it down. It's frivolous. It's taking our tax dollars and just pretty much throwing them into other people's pockets that we don't even know.
Report by the Gateway Pundit, USAID employees received emails instructing them to stay home as they...
Brian, yes, $20 billion for Sesame Street to run in Iraq. That's how much we were charged. We paid $20 billion for Sesame Street to play in Iraq. Oh, it gets worse. You might want to go back and re-watch all of this. It gets way worse. And I'm going to show you where they've now blocked, and the judge has now put a hold on DOGE until Thursday, I believe it is. Hey, Markella, until Thursday, which they have to let us in. They have to let Dodge in because Dodge is now over all, and I'm talking all of these federal things, these federal agencies. I call them fake agencies at this point, but over all of them now. And so, because it's even unconstitutional in the 1800s, they said it was unconstitutional to tax us. The tariffs that we charge other countries is what's supposed to be funding our country, and we are the only country that ever funds other countries. We're the only one. And as you just got through seeing, we were on auto pay for people just to come in and say, I need this, I need that, I need this, and we were automatically paying for it. And people wonder why tax-paying citizens have been taxed into poverty. This is why. This is why. And it's time. It's kind of like you messed up. You gave your dad the checkbook to see what you've been messing up on, and dad's got to fix it and pay all the debtors and then make it right. And that's exactly what's finally happening in America. And he wanted to do it the first time, but no, instead, they were frivolously spending millions of dollars on Russia disinformation stuff, to where the facts of now, he can actually get in there, clean house, find out where the money's going, and he's given them until July the 4th to do so. It's time. We shouldn't be in poverty. There's no way we should be in poverty. There's no way we should not be able to pay for food. You know, we have to just, like a guy just said earlier, he had to decide on rent or tires. There's no way that we should be at that level. There's no way we should be living paycheck to paycheck. $20 billion just for Sesame Street? And if you heard all the other stuff that we just went through, you just would be, you would be mad. But I want you to watch the Super Bowl today, because Dodge just paid $40 million to show all Americans the truth of what's been going on. I don't stick up for no billionaires. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't stick up for no billionaires. Oh, why did it not happen? Because he was in and out of court all the time, and they were spending our tax money to do so. That's why. I'm sticking up for American citizens. What is wrong with you? See, this is the thing. You don't pay taxes, or you don't care, and I don't have time for you. All right? I'm back to what I'm doing. Okay? Sorry. I ain't got time for that. Thank you for double tapping the screen. Thank you for hitting subscribe. We got a lot of work to do, ladies and gentlemen. You know, exactly. We are here for our Heavenly Father. Let's go.
Headquarters in D.C. is now closed, and over 600 staffers were locked out overnight. Now, Elon Musk, leading the charge at the Department of Government Efficiency, stated it became apparent that it's not an apple with a worm in it. What we have is just a ball of worms, and you basically just have to get rid of the whole thing, as it's beyond repair. In other words, it's time to toss the whole damn rotten apple. Now, the official USAID website and social media accounts have been nuked, and they have been taken down, completely deleted by DOGE. Now, this move comes after allegations of mismanagement and controversial funding decisions by USAID, and the shutdown marks a significant shift in U.S. foreign policy. I'll keep you posted as this story develops and we've got more facts. Hello, overtaxed citizens. Here's your daily update. Before I begin, I want you to remember the same folks in Congress freaking out about DOGE and their audits are the same ones that wanted to hire 80,000 new IRS agents to audit you. In a bold move, President Trump has announced that he wants Ukraine to provide the United States with access to its vast reserves of rare earth minerals in exchange for continued military and financial assistance, according to a recent article from the Gateway Pundit. He emphasized that while the U.S. has been providing substantial support to Ukraine, European nations have not matched the United States level of aid. Trump stated, "We're handing Ukraine money hand over fist, we're giving them equipment, and the European Union is not keeping up with the United States and they should pay their fair share as well. Now here's the cool thing. Ukraine is known to possess significant reserves of critical minerals, including titanium, beryllium, manganese, gallium, uranium, zirconium, graphite, apatite, fluorite, and nickel. These minerals are essential for our various high-tech industries such as aerospace, defense, electronics, and renewable energy, and of course all the electronics that we as consumers can't live without. This proposal marks a huge shift from previous U.S. policy which provided aid to Ukraine without conditions at all, and we've all seen how that's going. It underscores the administration's focus on protecting taxpayer dollars when we provide foreign aid. Hello. The team over...
Exactly, Brian. It's time that Congress start looking at their bank account and freaking out like we have to do every single time that we look at our bank account and decide how much money we can pay for food for that week. And that's true, Dark Angel. That's why I don't even argue with them. I just click the button and out they go, because there ain't no reason to. They don't understand, and they're not gonna understand, and they'll just have to sit back and watch what happens, you know? Yeah, exactly. We don't got time for this. We really don't. There'll be a time and a place when we're going to laugh and we're going to have fun, but it's not now. Sorry, it's just not now.
DOGE is hard at it again. In a recent post on X by Elon Musk, he wanted us to know that they've uncovered over $100 billion in PPP loan fraud by foreign professional fraud rings. So check it out. I don't know if this guy was a foreign ring or not, but it's the DOGE Hellcat LLC. They received around $13,000 in PPP loans, and to me, that sounds like fraud. At this point, nothing surprises me.
We are talking about where our tax-paying dollars are going and why we are being taxed into poverty and how it is being changed, Will. Watch the Super Bowl today so that you can see for yourself all the corruption that's been done so far and what's been uncovered. Definitely watch it today.
And at the rate the DOGE team is uncovering fraud, waste, and abuse, I'm not going to have any shortage of content to bring you on my daily DOGE updates. The team over at DOGE is hard at it again in a recent...
Breaking. Senate votes 54-46 to confirm Pam Bondi as U.S. Attorney General. U.S. Army shatters recruiting records under Trump's command. Best recruiting numbers in 15 years. Oh, yes, they would, John. They wouldn't know how to write in cursive, and they wouldn't know how to use a rotary phone. You're right. Attorney General Pam Bondi to order full investigation into the garage legal cases brought against President Trump, including Alvin Bragg's hush money witch hunt. Yes, and that's what's coming. See that right there? Yep, she's looking what Alvin Bragg's did, hush money, the witch hunt he did. So now a full investigation is going into it. And then next.
With this executive order, the war on women's sports is over. But all of that ends today because with this executive order, the war on women's sports is over. But all of that ends today because with this executive order, the war on women's sports is over. But all of that...
Amen. We do not have to worry about women playing sports against men. No. Matter of fact, people are going to be getting their money. Okay, we're going to go over that as well. Okay, Will, we're going to go over that as well in just a few moments about Social Security and how it's actually going to be able to be raised due to all this frivolous stuff being taken away. It's going to go back to the American people where it belongs. Okay, so I don't know what this is, but let's see what this is. I need to turn it down, though, because it's a little loud.
To introduce to you the 45th and the 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
In America, the impossible is what we do best. There is nothing we cannot do and no dream we cannot achieve. We will restore America's promise and we will...
Yes. Yes, that's what's going to happen. He's demolishing the IRS because tariffs is what used to pay for all of that. It's actually unconstitutional for us to be taxed on the IRS. He's demolishing for us paying Social Security, paying in Social Security, because again, that's what the tariffs are supposed to be paying for. So, yeah, there's so much going on, and it's going fast. It's happening fast, like he said. And it's time, because even people that make $100,000 right now are broke. They're broke. Yes, China is paying tariffs. Do you want to see? This is how much they're paying right now. Do you see it? 292 trillion, 878, 947, and it's just going up. Yes, that's what will replace income taxes. You got it right, Pete. You got it right. See? Yes. Exactly. Yes, you got it. Because that's how they used to do it back in the old days. Back in the old days, when we put tariffs on other countries to send their merchandise over here and stuff like that, then that's whenever they had so much money that they were able, I'm going to let somebody explain it to you better than I can, but we had so much money that they were able to open up parks and do all kinds of different things with it. And that is what's happening, is it replaces the IRS, and it also, Medicaid or Social Security is going to completely change, because we've been lowballed on our Social Security for now, I think it's 30 years or something like that. Then Congress tried to throw in to be 70 years old on top of when Trump was putting in for the new stuff for Social Security, and he caught it because they amended it, and he caught it, and he said, no, no, no. No, no, no. I promise the American people 62 and not a day over. Because think about it. 62 years old is long enough to work in America. Overtime won't be taxed. Nope. Tips won't be taxed. Waitresses won't be taxed. Exactly. You're getting it. You're getting it. You're getting it. Will Smart. See? See? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So back to what we're doing, because we're going to the Social Security next.
We'll rebuild the nation that we love. We will stand bravely, dream boldly, and nothing will stand in our way, because we are Americans.
I can see that, Will. Good job.
Has just begun.
So you see right there that everything that President Trump has said, promises made, promises kept, it's true.
Hello, my fellow overtaxed citizens. Here's today's daily update. Today, we're talking about Medicare fraud, one of the biggest money pits in U.S. government. Every year, an estimated $60 billion is lost in fraud, scams, and waste. That's billions of our tax dollars being flushed down the drain. So what's happening? Fake medical claims, unnecessary procedures, and corrupt billing practices are bleeding the system dry. Now, according
No,
to
but guess what, SDA? You might be surprised, because Trump is telling Canada to become the 51st state of the United States, because of the fact that we don't need anything from your country at all. Matter of fact, you need our help. And so Trump keeps saying you need to just become the 51st state of the United States. And that way your money would be the same as ours. You would be getting paid the same as we do. Everything would be the same as what's going to happen with America, because we don't need gas, we don't need wood, we don't need nothing. Matter of fact, we actually give things to Canada, and that would be nice if you do become the 51st state in America, because really you need our help, you know. Is it 35 degrees outside? Yeah, it's 29 degrees. Holy crap. Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice that. Okay, so back to what we were doing. Thank you so much for double tapping the screen. Thank you for staying with me and listening to what I have to say. And thank you for being an angel warrior. I love you. I love you so much. You guys are so amazing. Paul, mwah, thank you so much. Yes, yes. If you read what Mermaid said, that's my next live. And yes, your thoughts, opinions are welcome. And I'm just trying to inform you of things that you probably not informed on. Well, we better have the same taxes then. You won't have taxes. If you became 51st state in America, like I said, they're not going to be taxing like we're being taxed to death right now. So the tariffs are going to be paying for that from the other countries. You won't be taxed on Social Security. You won't have no IRS, none of that stuff. So you'll be a lot more happier. Trust and believe. And your money will be worth a lot more because right now Canadian money is not worth as much as American money. So yeah. Well, thank you, Mike. You'd have a state tax that about it. Yes. What do you think about the U.S. paying for the education of Israelis and they have free health care while we pay for their war? No. Absolutely, I don't agree with none of it, and it's all actually being stopped. It's being stopped, all of it. If anything, some goods and services may go up, but taxes will exempt on a lot of things. So the services of American citizens is a good road. Yes. Yes, many advantages. Dreamstar, thank you. I watch all your videos. I can say that for you. I love you, beautiful. Well, thank you, Dreamstar. I appreciate you. So yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be so interesting to watch all of this unfold and just I'm so excited. I mean, yeah, I'm mad to know where our money's been spent and stuff, but it's all going to end. And what a great time to be alive. What a great time, to be able to live through this and be able to tell our grandkids about it and things like that. What a great time, So, I don't know. I'm very excited about it. And also, don't forget, I partnered with Love and Candles Company, and he is making a scent just for me that you all can purchase, and you get 10% off, but it's my own homemade scent that he's making for me. And it's going to be Luxurious Cherry. That's the name of it. Just know that it's going to smell like, I'm going to give you a hint. It's going to smell like the 1993 Black Cherry. So I'm excited. And on it, it's gonna say B.W. Moa, and it's gonna have my lips up above it. And I'm just so excited. I mean, a company picked me to have my own candle scent. Like, how crazy is that? How awesome. Like, we should be putting confetti up. Like, I have never in my life had anything like that happen to me. And these candles are nice, and they're made out of concrete. The inside of it is concrete, and so you can make them for your brushes or any little knickknacks or anything, and still set it on your desk, and it'd be beautiful. Also, I think I'm going to have it etched in rose gold, and then the lips are going to be red because red. You guys always see me wearing red lipstick. Actually, Sally Fields, she actually started following me on my Twitter that got taken down because I'm a conservative, but she actually started following me back in 2018, and I wasn't sure why she followed me, but she did follow me, and it was weird because I was conservative and she was a liberal, but she followed me. It was really weird. She followed me. I was like, why is Sally Field following me? Then I had a bunch of NBA football players that was following me too. I was like, what? John B., I don't know. I don't have dentures, so you'd have to ask somebody who has dentures. I don't know, baby. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, let me show you though. Let me show you what the candles actually look like. And when you click on I've got to tell you, because this video is sponsored today by Love and Candle Company. He made this one for me. He made me 3 of them so that I could smell the different stuff. On the back of them, he puts like this right here. This is strawberry bourbon. And he puts like what it is. It's packaged amazingly, but it took him many, many years, 2 years, to perfect this and to perfect the candles on the inside, because these kept leaking and stuff, and he wanted them to where you could make and put plants in there and stuff like that, you know, so that they would not leak. This is something you can keep for the rest of your life. And mine, my actual one that I'm going to be having, it's going to say B.W right here. Then it's going to have the moa, and then it's going to have the lips up above, and then it's going to be named on the back Luxurious Cherry. And then that's going to be my own exclusive scent, I guess you could say, my own exclusive scent that we are making together. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't ask. No, this is concrete. This is actually concrete. He said this is concrete. Yes, Dark Angels follow me very. Matter of fact, I need to make her a mod, because that girl, she has been with me for a long time. I don't even know, maybe 6 years, maybe 6 years now or something, maybe. But we're going to light this baby because I want to show you. He also makes sure that he uses soybean wax. He also uses cotton for the stem of it. Everything is environmental friendly. And it comes out of Colorado, so it's American made. American made. But he sent me these just to kind of show me what they look like and stuff like that. And if you go on his website, it's very beautiful. It is so nice. Nana Kim, he's getting yours shipped out. Have you gotten a thing saying that you that it's gotten shipped out yet? Because he was making yours was it night before last? The day that you bought it, he made it. So what he does is, as people buy it, that's when he makes the actual candle. Yeah, it's going to be my scent, but it's not going to be mothballs, and it's not going to be a failure, because I'm not a failure, and I don't smell like mothballs. And it's not going to smell like weed. I gave you a hint. It's going to smell like Luxurious Cherry. And we have another one coming out that we're going to be making that's more of a masculine scent. He has one that's called Silk Woods, and that scent makes me want to, like, if a man was wearing that, I'd be like looking like, So we're going to have another one just for like that. Yeah, he started making yours that night, Nana Kim. And the person that said that they bought one that day, they didn't, Nana Kim. It was only you that bought one, because the sweater one has been out since December. Patchouli and sandalwood. You would have to ask him if he'll make one for you like that. He might. He might make it. I don't know. I don't know if he takes custom. I know he does custom edging. I know that we're also going to be bringing out the old-fashioned, back in the old days where it was wood, car fresheners. It was made out of real wood, and then the fresheners last forever because it was made out of wood, not that cardboardy weird stuff. Well, he makes those, and he does put your name on those or whatever you want on that. I do know he does that. and that's coming. And we're also going to have a fragrance where you can spray it, in your house, or you can spray it in your car. You can spray it wherever. We're going to have that as well. But yeah, he does all kinds of things, John, I've been a woman my whole life, baby. I'm not showing my picture when I was pregnant again. You're being so disrespectful that Mermaid had to let you go. Yep. Yep. That's just too disrespectful. Hey, Angel Eyes, how are you, beautiful? So, if you guys decide that you want to help your girl out and help an American company out and also give this away for presents or whatever, you get 10% off when you click underneath my my title and click more, then you'll be able to see everything. You'll be able to see all the links to all the products that I work with. But this right here, it'll say Love and Candle Company. And I am just so blessed that he came in just like all of you. And all of a sudden, he said, want to make a candle together? Want to make your own scent? And I'm like, huh? Me? What? So we've been working on it together, and I'm so excited. Like, I am so excited, I'm not, Paul. And I don't let those people talk to me like that. I'm doing great, Angel Eyes. Right now, I'm showing all of the billions of dollars that has been frivolously spent of our tax money, and I'm explaining how everything is going to be sane. See? Oh my gosh, Nana Kim, in the description, where you bought the candle, go down and look at my email and send me an email when you get it and let me know what you think of the packaging. Let me know what you think of the smell. Let me know what you think of everything, because that's really important to me. Will you do that for me, sweetheart? Because I really want to know. Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much. And he doesn't even sell them for an arm and a leg. He sells them for a very good price. And this container right here, you can get it in different colors as well. You could get it with the blue smoke, or you could get it with the pink or whatever, to go with, your vanity or whatever it is. And, I just want to know what you think of it. And you get your 10% off right off the bat. What is wrong with you coming in with Trump's picture, talking so absolutely disgusting? He is. And not only that, honey, but you can give those away as gifts, and you will be able to keep that forever. You'll always remember when Betty first got with, candles and stuff like that, I don't have any. We're not going to continue on with this. Okay. So anyways, thank you so much, Love and Candle Company, for sponsoring this video today. We are going to continue on, and then Tuesday night, we're going to talk about Social Security and what's going to be happening with Social Security and how it's going to raise up and down, and who's going to benefit and who's not going to benefit off of it, okay? So let's continue on with DOGE today, because that's what we're talking about.
Liberty Daily, Elon Musk and DOGE, that's the Department of Government
DOGE.
Efficiency. DOGE team members have embedded inside the Medicare system, digging through payment and contracts to find out how we can stop this fraud. Elon Musk himself called it out, saying, yeah, this is where the big money fraud is happening. Now, believe it or not, the Justice Department is also cracking down. They recently charged 193 people from stealing over $2.75 billion. DOGE is exposing
Wow.
these scams.
Wow. Okay, so they charged someone from stealing 2.7. Let's see what that was again.
They recently charged 193 people from stealing over 2.7.
Wow. 193 people just got charged from stealing over $2.7 billion. And I think they're talking about the Hang on, let me go back because I didn't hear what they were talking about.
Citizens, here's today's daily update. Today we're talking about Medicare fraud, one of the biggest money pits in U.S. government.
Oh, Medicare fraud. Oh, Medicare fraud. Ooh.
Every year, an estimated $60 billion is lost in fraud, scams, and waste. That's billions of our tax dollars being flushed down the drain. So what's
Wow, 60, at least 60 billion is being lost. Oh my goodness.
happening? Fake medical claims, unnecessary procedures, and corrupt billing practices are bleeding the system dry. Now, according to a report from the Liberty Daily, Elon Musk and DOGE, that's the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE team members have embedded inside the Medicare system, digging through payments and contracts to find out how we can stop this fraud. Elon Musk himself called it out, saying, yeah, this is where the big money fraud is happening. Now, believe it or not, the Justice Department is also cracking down. They recently charged 193 people from stealing over $2.75 billion. DOGE is exposing these scams, cutting waste, and making Washington sweat. If they can clean this up, that's going to save taxpayers billions and billions of dollars. So check out the full article from Liberty Daily. I do have it linked in my profile. And stay tuned because DOGE is just getting started.
Wow, that's another thing. Whenever I get done with this video, where I told you at the title, my title, if you click more in the description, I'm going to put the debt clock, the national debt clock, the DOGE tracker, and a few of the other things that I've used. That's what I usually do so that people can be compensated for whatever it is that I use of theirs. Because I feel like it's fair. If I use somebody else's video, I always put that out there. Right? Right? That's what they're trying to fix too. They're gonna, and did you know that we saved $1 trillion, $1 trillion of stopping children from getting the medical procedure to transgender? $1 trillion a year we were paying for children to transgender. Oh, that's okay, baby Mo, we understand. But $1 trillion of our tax-paying dollars was paying for children to transgender, to have surgeries to ruin them for the rest of their life. Like, for the rest of their lives. They're ruined for the rest of their lives. Honey, they're in so much terrible stuff right now. It's insane. That's why Trump stopped it right away, because it just so out of hand. It's so out of hand. And he stopped all of counseling, all of the medications, everything. And there's no such thing as a fact checker. So stop with the fact checker bullshit. There's no such thing. Yeah, that's just 10% of what's going on with our tax dollars. Exactly. But imagine, those children will never have an O. Those children will never be normal anymore. You have no idea. Go on, do your research. We ain't dealing with you. You're gone. I ain't dealing with people that don't know what the hell they're talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I'm a Betty follower. I'm a leader, okay? And sometimes the best leaders are followers of people that know what they're talking about and doing. And Bob, I hope and pray that when you start seeing a difference in your tax paying stuff, that you will come back and apologize to me. Nina, hello from Sweden, baby. CNN just got kicked out of the White House forever, okay? Bob, if you believe in CNN, then I've got a Golden Gate Bridge I would like to sell you. You talk about false news, that is it. Okay? Do you remember when the man was standing in the middle with supposedly up to here, Anderson was standing up to here in water, and then you look over and the people were walking with umbrellas just normal? Yeah, that was CNN. Okay? So when your tax dollars start being normal again, we also cut off Fox News at $90,000 a year. Go look at everything I'm telling you, it's there. But when Bob When you start seeing your tax dollars and you start seeing the IRS closing down and everything else, then you can come back and say, thank you, Betty, for the information. Okay? Thank you for the information. That's what you can say to me. Because everything I'm giving to you is fact. But I ain't got time to fight with you. Thank you for double tapping the screen. Thank you for subscribing. And Bob, may you have a blessed, amazing day. Because I think you're an amazing person. And you're just misled. And that's it.
Hello, my fellow overtaxed citizens. Here's today's daily update. Today we're talking about Medicare fraud, one of the biggest money pits in U.S. government. Every year, an estimated $60 billion is lost in fraud, scams, and waste. That's billions of our tax dollars being flushed down the drain.
So that's crazy. Okay, so they're fixing that. On to the next.
Hello, my fellow overtaxed citizens. Here's today's daily update. Elon Musk just exposed one of the biggest government waste scandals ever in U.S. history. Musk and his team at the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, have uncovered $100 billion of taxpayer money wasted by Medicare. And yesterday, I reported that it was $60 billion in the article from Gateway Pundit. That's $40 billion more, $100 billion of your hard-earned money down the drain. Musk's exact words, they wasted $100 billion of taxpayer money. So where did it go? Well, that's the problem. Nobody really knows. Medicare processes over 1 billion claims a year, not 1 billion.
$100 billion lost, not $60 billion. $100 billion lost. $100 billion. And that's crazy they charged that, Will. That's what's getting ready to stop. That's what's getting ready to stop.
$1 billion, 1 billion individual claims per year, and it funds hospitals, nursing homes, and Medicaid programs.
Mo, can you do me a favor, baby? Can you go grab my link for people to become a member? Because there's some things that I'm going to put just for members only, and that means that they are here to hear what I have to say, and I'm going to make a video today, and I'm going to put for members only, if you could do that for me. And anybody that wants to become a member to see it, it's 99 cents. They made him get it. They made him get it while he was there, and they charged him $1,000 at urgent care. So he went to urgent care because he was sick, and they made him get it. You know how they say, oh, well, let's do this, blah, 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 right? That's what it is. No, I'm not part of... Bob, I'm trying to be as nice as I can be with you being on my channel, you know, but I'm human, and I'm only going to take so much. I had Medicaid from 2016 to 2020 during my surgeries and eventually amputation, and as soon as Trump left office, my Medicaid stopped and my disability stopped. Oh my gosh, Will, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that. Anybody would like to become a member, it starts at 99 cents because I know times are hard. And I know it was rough, Will, and I'm going to keep you in my prayers because just know things are going to get better. Life is going to get better. America's going to be great. You're going to be happy to live here. And I'm so sorry. I was telling people on my live just the other day to be thankful that they have legs and arms and eyes to see and ears to hear and a mouth to talk, because they were talking about wanting to unalive themselves. And I'm like, listen, there's people that don't have those things. Be thankful you have those things. And I was with a guy, 4 years ago now, and he had just lost both of his legs, and he was in a wheelchair, and he was working in a factory and fell in an auger, and it took his legs. And I dated him for like 6 months, and it had just happened. It would only been like 8 months, 9 months, something like that. So it was very, new to him and everything. But I was with him throughout all of it, and he still messages me and says, Betty, you was such an amazing angel, a blessing that came into my life. And I just thank you. And we're such good friends now. He lost both of his. But they can make automatic things now to put on your legs, and they're like robotic, and you charge them and you can walk again. It won't let me. Hang on, let me see if I can post it. Hang on, let me see. I might be able to post it. Let me see. Yeah, they got all kinds of different things now where you can actually walk again, honey. That's factual. You'll be able to walk again. It's a mechanical leg, but they have it, and the state has been paying for it and stuff, you know. Oh, mermaid, really? They can put, okay, so if you push the $sign down there, then you can become a member. That is so good. Thank you, mermaid, for letting us know that. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you so, I didn't even know that. See, I learned something new every single day. That is so amazing. Thank you so much. I've seen those. I walk fine and I get around very well, more than some other amputees, but it was a strain on my health having to be in survival mode and work 10 to 12 hours just to stay afloat. Exactly. So when I'm talking about, our tax dollars and stuff, this refers to you because you still working 10, 12 hours a day, Hey, little Chow, how are you, baby? Thank you for the compliment. So I get it. I get it. And people made fun of me. I think my girls remember, Dark Angel remembers when I was dating Zach. Mermaid, do you remember when I was dating Zach that was a double amputee? Do you remember that? A lot of people made fun of me and stuff and was mean, even contacted him and said mean things about me. Hey, Manny, how are you, baby? I'm not smoking nothing, baby. That is great. That is so good to hear. I'm so happy, Will. I'm so happy. Yeah, that's me in real life. Like, I genuinely care about people. And when people would say stuff, I would just smile and be like, and he's the best man I've met. And he really was. He treated me like a queen. It's just we were more friends than we were anything. And that's why we didn't get married. We just were friends, Yeah. Able to work. So, how can you be a triple amputee? Are you making fun of people that have amputees? Mike, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. 7 p.m. would be a good time for you to come back, babe. Not tomorrow night, but Tuesday. All right, so I'm going to go and give me just 1 second. I'm going to get me a soda so that we can continue on with what DOGE has been doing, and I'm going to shut off my lights. I don't like leaving lights on when I'm not in a room. That's just so dumb, to have on. Look at me with lights on. Sitting here with lights, TV. Actually, it is not me. It's my husband that does all of this. Lights and TV and everything. He just leaves them all on. I'm like, what are you doing? I have to go turn them off behind. He's got every light on. Every light in the house is on. Lord. He's got every light in the house on. I'm like, what in the world? Oh, and I normally don't drink soda, but don't judge me. I'm drinking a soda today because I ain't got time to make my coffee. Well, I'm being lazy and I don't want to make time to make my coffee. So please don't judge a Betty. You can judge me if you want to, but I hope you don't. Anyway. So it's nice to sit over here at my desk. I haven't sat at my desk at all since I've been here. Betty Boop, cartoon character, you are real, and that's why you are more beautiful than Betty Boop. Oh, thank you, baby doll. Yes, I'm the real life Betty Boop. Believe it or not, I sure am. I'll say this, my wallet and health felt better from 2016 to 2020 than it did from 2020 to 24. Well, 2025 is going to be your year, Will. I speak it into existence. I think, each time that you come to my live, you're going to learn more and more, and you're going to feel a lot better, a lot better. And now look at you. You got an amazing job. You're able to get around. I'm so thankful, and look at your attitude. That's what I'm saying. Everybody, I call you angel warriors because everybody has had their own things that they've dealt with, and it has made you a warrior, Mm-hmm. Thank you, Dark Angel. I appreciate that. Yeah. Boy, I went through it on this platform. I've been called everything. Had thousands and thousands of videos made frivolous of me, and all because I had a big channel, all because I was a conservative, all because I was telling the truth. That's it. That just waking people up, and boom. Well, hello from Kazakhstan. So yeah, it's taken me a long time to kind of associate with, because I actually am a shut-in person, and I have social anxiety, and so and I deal with a brain injury, and so for me, it was really hard on me. I never had somebody be so mean to me, in all my life for no reason. I didn't even know the people, never even met them, didn't know nothing about them, didn't know why they hated me. And come to find out, it was because I was talking about what they were actually doing. So people were paying them to take me down. Believe it or not, they were. And when that person died that was paying them, they all left and they're gone. That's right. And so all of you are warriors. That's why I call all of you warriors. You guys have had your own trials, your own tribulations, your own everything. And look how you came through them. If somebody hasn't told you that they're proud of you, I am proud of you. You know what sucks is that I'm a Pittsburgh police officer and my insurance sucks. I've been on the force now for 20 years paying taxes, and then there are people who never worked a day and have the best insurance. Exactly, Brian. I'm 100% with you, and that's what they said is going to change. They said that the insurance and stuff for government, which I believe that you would be considered government, right? Thank you, Manny. I believe that it would be considered government, like federal, right? Government, state, or is it state? I think they're changing all of that. Yeah, Dark Angel, I think you was in 2017, I think it was. So it'd be state. Yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of changes, because honestly, I will tell you, thank you so much for doing that for us, Brian, because you don't know each day, and this is a real probability of whether you're coming home or not, because of the way that, you don't know who you're pulling up on, and the way that the crazies are nowadays, it's very, very, very scary. Like you could be pulling up on somebody who's out of their mind, and all of a sudden just pull one on you, and it really scares me. I always pray for our police officers, because every time I've ever needed help, they've been there to help me. They have literally been there. Even road rage. Oh yeah. You know how mad people get and stuff? It is insane just driving down the road. And Brian, you've been on the force for 20 years, right? Okay. Tell me what it is that, like when you go to stop someone, what type of feeling do you get it in your gut feeling, or what? Whenever they're acting kind of funny and then you find out they have a lot of drugs on them, or they're carrying that F word I can't say. You know what I'm talking about? Or they're trafficking it. You know what I mean? What gives you the gut feeling that makes you the body language? So what do they do? Do they just get like, do they start like, what do they do? Because I've always wondered that, how all you police officers come to realize that there's something more going on. Or like the other day, I saw a budget truck get pulled over because a guy saw people's hands out of it, and he kept following them until he called the cops and had the cops come, and it was a real trafficking case, a real one, like right there in the middle of the day. He wasn't going to stop. Hey, Tara. So they start acting nervous. So do they start acting suspicious, like as if they've done something wrong, and like you're a relative and you can just tell like they've done something, and you're trying to get to the bottom of it, or something like that? You can tell we go for training to learn body languages and mannerisms. Yes. Yes. So, because the body tells you a lot, whether people believe it or not, your body language really gives off everything about you when you're doing stuff like that. But I thank you all so much for the ones that are police officers, firefighters, paramedics. Wow, you people have saved my life. You're not in my state, but it doesn't matter. They have saved my life. You get nervous around cops? I only got pulled over twice. One time they had changed the speed limit, like where I used to go down this back road all the time, and they changed it from 45 to 30, and I didn't pay attention to the new speed limit. So as soon as I crossed that line, boom, this was 2006, and he comes up to me and he's like, "How are you today?" And I was like, "I was okay until you pulled me over." Now, mind you, I was 29 years old. That's the first time I'd ever been pulled over. And he was like, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And I was like, "Not really," because I was going 45. And he goes, "Well, I've been sitting here because today we put the new sign up for 30 miles per hour. So I've been catching everybody who's used to the 45 miles per hour." He goes, "That means you were driving 15 miles over the speed limit." I'm like, because they had just built new subdivision. And so they had to take it from, the 45 to the 30, because in case kids or something like that, due to it being a subdivision right there. And so what I did was I contacted an attorney right away, and I said, "Can you handle this for me?" I paid $300 back then, and then it didn't take a point off, and it didn't do anything, and I paid the ticket. And then the next time I got pulled over, because I've only been pulled over twice, knock on wood, but the second time I got pulled over, I don't even remember what I got pulled. What's so weird? I always get pulled over like a mile from my house, which is the weirdest. I don't know why, but that's where it happened the first time and the second time in the same town. Same exact town I got pulled over. But this was many, many years later. I got pulled over, and I was actually turning into my apartment. At the time, I was 36. I only rented the apartment for like a year. And I got pulled over, and I don't remember what the hell I got pulled over for. I didn't get a ticket. I didn't get anything like that. It is entrapment, but I didn't know that back then. I was just a kid. but they did tell everybody in town that they were changing it. He told me to look it up, and they did tell everybody, but I didn't know. So really, it wasn't entrapment because they even voted on it, at the county or whatever, like, I don't know. But anyways, the second time I got pulled over, I don't remember what it was for. And the first thing I did was I rolled down my window. It was kind of nighttime. I just went to come and go to get something to drink, I think it was. And it was just a soda. And I don't remember what the hell I got pulled over for. But anyway, he asked me if I was new in town. And I was like, no. And he was like, I've never saw your car before. And I was thinking to myself, they do know your car. I said, well, that's probably because I don't never leave my house. You know what I mean? Like, I'm reading what you say. Hang on just a second, Brian. And so anyways, he let me go. He gave me a warning of, I might not have turned my blinker on or something when I was going into my apartment complex or something like that. I think that's what I got pulled over, something like that. But anyways, so luckily, I don't have any tickets, luckily on my thing. But I don't get scared though, whenever a police officer's around or anything like that. Another time, pull a motorhome that had 60. Wow. That's a lot. So what did they do? Ooh, tell me something. Tell me something. So when you pulled them over, like, okay, so this is a motorhome, right? This is like an RV. Tell me what happened. I'm so nosy. Tell me what happened. Tell me what happened. Let's gossip. I want to know. Like, did you say that you wanted to just... How did you search without, like, having to have a warrant? Like, what did you do? Oh, amen. Yes, they are. That's why I love all people. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. He says, another time pulled a motorhome that had 60 kilos of raw coca in downtown Pittsburgh. That's what I was asking. Like, how did you get to the point to where... Was it just their body language? Was it they just started acting scared? Oh, so they were speeding. So that's why you pulled them over. Wait. If cops see something illegal in the vehicle, they do not need a warrant. Oh, so if you see something, they don't need a warrant. Is that one of those my crosses? No. No, my husband got this for me at K Jewelers. It's a beautiful diamond cross. Half of the time they do something else like speeding or light out and then it turns bigger. So it's like a probable cause and then it's just something small and then it turns into something huge. He was in a shootout. Oh my goodness. Or if they smell something illegal and or a canine dog picks up on something, then no warrant needed either. So when do they get the canine out though? When does that happen? Like, do they come up to the car with the canine? So pretty much they're not good at poker face. They're not good at poker face is what you're saying. They're not good. Like when they get pulled over, it's written all over them. Yeah, but there is police officers that will pull you over that's canine. You know what I mean? They can walk a canine around the outside. Yeah, yeah, they can know. Yeah. To bypass the warrant. So you did have your canine. Oh, so it was weed that your dog was smelling, but then once you started going in, that's when, where did you find it at? Where did they try to hide it at? Because my husband's a mechanic, and he said that like, if it's just their special stash or whatever, and he said when he finds it now, he gives it to the manager, lets them, and then calls the police, because, he said they'll hide it up in their visor, like where your sunglasses go or something like that. And he said that, he don't want to touch it, and he don't want to touch the car because he doesn't know if something happened. So he has his manager come over, and, but here we don't have that though. We don't have that thing that you're talking about. Weed is legal here now. It's recreational here. So, because Stack, I got tired of people talking bad to me. Inside the tires. So it's a good thing that the dog alerts you, because it'll start smelling the tire, knowing that it's there. But then you got to take the tire, literally take the tire off. Yeah, I heard that's what Florida was like. Yeah, this is my own logo. This is my own logo, Washington Warriors. I'm going to be 50 this year, Matt. I'm older than dirt. I'm a Gen X. No, Stack, they were being mean to me. And I was being serious about what I was talking about today. I was talking about the DOGE and stuff and everything, and I wanted to be taken serious. We used to have it just medical, and now they made it recreational. You'll only be 40? That's okay. Yeah, Stack, you should like how I look now. Because now I got my own merch on. This is my own merch. See that lion right there? Because August is my birthday. Shroom Room is catching up to me. The dog altered that there was a controlled substance on board. So then did you have to take the tire off? Hey, Richard. Thank you, Sheriff. I appreciate you. Betty ain't even got no makeup on today, but I do got that cream on. That new cream I looked at. Yeah, it's legal there too, isn't it? Thank you, Matt. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. I hope I see you before. Richard, I don't have one. I don't have one, my love. I'm sorry. Not everybody in the USA has one of those. 42 in November. So you just turned 41. My grandma said makeup hides all that evil. Evil? I just think that I just like makeup because it makes me feel beautiful. Ooh, it's almost Mo's birthday. Oh, I got to get Mo something. What do you want for your birthday, Mo? John Wayne, nice to see you again. Yes, me. Well, that's normally what I do is makeup and stuff like that. Had another part of the police tow it and found. Oh, so once they hit on it, you had it towed and then you found it. But did you already take them to jail beforehand? That's what Markella just said that's what he just said, Markella, is that it was hid in the tires or something. I don't know, but my husband said it's usually around the sun visor or somewhere close, the console, or somewhere close for them to get it if it's like their personal stash. And he said he won't work on their cars. He will go straight. My favorite color is green. No, I'm going to get you something. I wish my candle scent was out so I could buy it and send it to you. But that won't be out for another month because it takes a long time for us to make sure that the scent is good and it burns good. Hey, Ryan, how are you, honey? Long time no see. It's nice to see you, babe. And it takes a long time to make sure everything is good. So, oh, he was detained on probable cause. Yeah, Stack, I'm on Twitter. Under Betty Washam. Hello, Sanju from India. How are you? Yeah, I'm on every social media. That's why I'm a social media influencer. Although I don't have time, I'm barely ever on Twitter unless I need some real news. That's where I go for my real stuff. And then I'm hardly ever on Facebook because I had to rebuild another one. And I don't know. But anyway. Okay, let's make sure that we're done with the DOGE update on everything. Okay, so it was the Medicaid programs and the next one. Okay, so this is the next one. These are important. We're going to finish these up and then we're going to say goodbye for today. And then I will see you again Tuesday night at 7 p.m. right here. Okay, so let's check it out. What's going on here? All right, hold on. Let me fix it. All right.
This headline right up here is coming to us from Zero Hedge. Trump nukes all government MSM contracts after Politico firestorm, and he says he will axe 97% of USAID staff. The article goes on to say, in light of the firestorm over the tens of millions of dollars going from the U.S. government to various media outlets in the form of subscriptions, particularly to Politico, President Trump has directed the General Services Administration to terminate every single media contract expensed by the agency, according to an email obtained by Axios. The email begins, pull all contracts for Politico, BBC, E&E, and Bloomberg, and pull all the media contracts for just GSA. Cancel every single media contract today for GSA only. This move comes after internet sleuths discovered tens of millions of dollars going towards Politico Pro subscriptions with a particular focus on an $8 million allocation. Can you believe this? We're spending so much money, or we're not, the government is, our taxpayer dollars going into these media outlets, and who knows what they're telling them to do? Who knows what they're trying to have their reporting actually say and sway the opinion of voters? This is absolutely outrageous. I'm so glad they've uncovered it, and a stop is going to be put to it. Thank goodness for DOGE. Keep up the good work, Elon.
Wow.
This headline right up.
Okay, that's why they were all taken. Wow. Okay, that's why they were all taken. Okay, the next one is FAFO, which means fuck right up. Beautiful, corrupt USAID sign stripped from Washington headquarters amid agency overhaul. Boom, gone. Gone. All right, next one. Okay, so The Simpsons have an excellent track record of predicting the future. This, you said, corruption story is the worst government corruption story ever. Wrong. It's the worst government corruption story so far. Wow. So The Simpsons even predicted the you said, wow. That's insane. Want to see a Democrat temper tantrum?
We're members of Congress.
Thank you.
We're members of Congress. We're members of Congress.
We're coming in. Don't lock the door. We're coming in. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Who are you, sir?
Do you have business here?
Yes.
Yes.
Alerting her that we would be here today, and we asked her for a meeting.
Yeah, I don't know that except it's, until that's. It doesn't need to be accepted.
What authority do you have? And what do you do here? What do you do here?
Security responsibility.
Get out of here. We pay you. We pay you your job. We pay you. We pay you.
Wow, you don't pay anything. What are you talking about? You're in there doing illegal stuff. You got thrown out. Don't you? I wish I could play that music, the music of, you know what I'm talking about? The Chiefs music. I wish I could play that, but I can't because that would be great with this. Yes, exactly, including ours. Yeah. We just went through all of it, Ty. We went through all of it, every bit of it. And we're going to stay up to date. Tuesday night at 7 p.m., I'll be going live again like I used to with StreamYard. And my people all know to be here because we're going to be breaking all this down. We already did it today for 2 hours and 42 minutes. And we're going to be breaking down Social Security and everything else, Yeah, the Pentagon will be as well. I have a feeling it's all going to be overhauled. Everything.
Hello, my fellow overtaxed citizens. Here's today's daily.
He says overtaxed
breaking
now.
News. In a stunning move, U.S. District Judge Paul A. Engelmeyer, appointed by Barack Obama, has temporarily blocked Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency from accessing a critical Treasury Department payment system. Now, why would a judge want to help hide government fraud, waste, and abuse?
A bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Now, this system handles tax refunds, Social Security benefits, disability payments, and federal salaries, the very areas where Musk aims to identify and eliminate waste. The judge cited concerns over the potential disclosure of sensitive information and an increased risk of hacking, ordering the immediate destruction of any data that DOGE has obtained since January 20th. The ruling follows a lawsuit filed by 19 Democratic states attorney generals led by New York AG Big Letitia James, alleging that DOGE was unlawfully granted access to the Treasury system. Now, Elon Musk responded forcefully, stating, "The ruling is absolutely insane. How on earth are we supposed to stop fraud and waste of taxpayer money without looking into how the money is spent? That's literally impossible. Something super shady is going on to protect the scammers." This development raises serious questions about transparency and the obstacles faced when attempting to hold the government accountable for taxpayer spending. You can read the full report. I have it linked in my bio. It is from the Gateway Pundit.
Yeah, so that was from the Gateway Pundit. We're almost done. Son of a Bobo, we'll see you later, motherfucker. Goodbye.
Breaking. DOGE is now investigating FEMA. That comes from the rightscoop.com. I do have a link to the article in my bio as well if you want to go read it. And it's being reported today that Elon Musk and DOGE are now investigating FEMA. And they're said to have full access. So check them out on X as well. Check me out on X at DOGE Update Guy as well. And we'll keep the hits coming. Way to go, DOGE. Let's get FEMA straightened out.
Yep, so going through everything. But today at the Super Bowl, DOGE has how many? 5 commercials coming out showing of all the corruption that they've uncovered so far. So, yes, I don't play, especially when you talking about my money, my honey, or anything else. Those are the things my money, my honey, and my kids, I don't play. But yeah, stay tuned because I got a bunch of stuff we're going to be going over on Tuesday night. It's going to be an amazing night. We're going to go over the Social Security, how it's going to benefit, you, the taxpayers who are not going to be paying in Social Security anymore. You're going to be seeing the savings of your money very soon. And just stay tuned. We're going to go step by step. The best way to let you guys all know what's going on is the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is where you're going to get to see a lot of this corruption that I have talked about for 2 hours and 46 minutes today. And we're going to get deep diving into a bunch more of it. And since you don't have time to do all this research. I'm going to do it all for you. And Let's Chat with Betty Washam is back in business. I love you all. Mwah. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for your opinions, whether they be good or bad. I love each and every one of them. Thank you for hitting that like button, double tapping that screen. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for becoming a member. And I will see all of you Tuesday night, 7 p.m. sharp, Central Standard Time on Tuesday night. And we are going to be digging into this. And you guys all have an amazing, blessed day. And leave in the comments below today what you think about the Super Bowl, not the Super Bowl, but the actual commercials that are coming with the Super Bowl today. Leave in the comments down below. Once you subscribe, you'll see where you can leave in the comments. Let me know after the Super Bowl what you think of what you find. And I love you all. Mwah. And I will see you the next one. Goodbye.